Listen, it's
I
not
always
fantastic. There's too
forget
many things.
to edit the stream title before. Hey, that's not what
Wait,
it's
that's
supposed to be on. think I'm going to do that now because I'm really on top of this tonight. Hey, everyone, we're live. So, super fun. How's everybody doing? I hope good. If you didn't catch last week, just a little explanation as to what's going on. We are doing every player that you see here is a wild magic sorcerer. And wild magic shenanigans are gonna happen. This is a very silly thing, as you could tell already. So, yeah, we're here for fun. The normal O for A inspiration and corruption rules are not being used. Instead, what we are using is this. Oh, wait, that's not the... Dang it, did I forget my own? I forgot my own thing. Hang on. I have the command and the link. Ugh, y'all, it's been a week. Started a new job this week. Ah, that's what it is. Okay. Nope, it is not Go Goofed. Ah, it is Wild Surge. Thank you, Plainer Wolf. I for a second thought it came up on Go Goofed, and I was a little bit... Yes, it's Wild Surge. That's the thing going tonight. So, if you guys, gals, and everyone else want to donate to the stream to mess with people, that's how you do it. Without further delay, rumors have been mounting about this maze that was uncovered. It was supposedly found because there was some sort of weird energy coming out of this area. When explorers tried to get in and figure it out and, explore the cave, they found a maze inside. What's more, it was an ever-shifting maze. Every time they would leave and come back, it would be just a little different. Some corners wouldn't be the same, some rooms would be different. And after a while, it got to where no one could get past the opening room. They would get in, and there were no doors, there was no nothing. Some divination wizards cast a few spells, did some things, and they have determined there's some powerful relic of chaos locked deep within the maze. They've pretty much given up on it, though. But one of you decided that the group as a whole, whatever it is that you call yourselves, had a chance. And that one, Goliath, was Duck Fantastic.
Hello, I'm Duck Fantastic, chef to the stars.
Oh, geez. Wait.
It doesn't matter if we...
Go ahead, sorry. No, you're good,
It doesn't matter if we can or can't do it. We must try. For the secret spice is at the center of this maze.
Secret spice. So I'm going to set a timer, because for the next 5 minutes in real life, every magic spell from any source, whatever, surges. Y'all can thank Mr. Crackers for that. So timer starting now. Y'all can continue. The secret spice.
The secret spice. Oh no. Chat is saying my volume is low. This is not ideal. Not for Duck. Fantastic. Chef to the stars.
Oh, wait. Sorry, I just actually read Graham's message. That's not what he wanted. So, everyone put the surge to 100% and roll on the table.
Apparently my audio is quiet.
You're coming through fine here. I can turn up.
What is my volume? I am not Duck Fantastic.
You are not. All right. Has everyone rolled their surge?
Yeah.
Charm, why don't you start us out? What's happening with you?
So each creature within 30 feet of me takes 1d10 necrotic damage. I regain hit points equal to the sum of the necrotic damage dealt.
All right. Please roll versus the rest of your group.
Ouch.
It's only a 2, so we're good.
Everybody take 2 damage. Tarver.
Yes. I have rolled. Theme music begins to play based on your behavior. The music can be heard by all creatures within 60 feet of you and lasts for 1 hour.
Love it. This is better. This is the right thing. Okay. Duck Fantastic. What's your surge?
My surge. All loose objects and creatures within 30 feet of you move 10 feet closer. Come here, my babies.
So, as Duck Fantastic is telling you all about the secret spice, suddenly you are all right next to each other.
Except,
Oh, Lord, Grace.
I push all loose objects and creatures within 30 feet of me an additional 10 feet away.
So you all get sucked in and then thrown back to where you were. Nim? Starting off strong, y'all.
I also have theme music playing for the next hour.
So we have conflicting would you say they're discordant or are they harmonizing?
Oh, they are totally discordant.
Of course they are. Then Derek and Kappa do it again. This is what Graham wanted, not the timer thing. That was my bad.
I see.
Go ahead, Kappa.
Apparently I am super rested and super full. I do not feel the need to eat, sleep, drink, or breathe for the next 24 hours.
Holy crap. Alright.
The
Oh,
closest non-magical locked object becomes unlocked.
You hear a clicking sound. You all are in a tavern, because of course you are. Because this is a standard D&D adventure, and that's where you start. The tink came from behind the counter.
Is there a patron behind the counter?
I mean, not a patron, but there is the bartender.
Close enough.
Well, it looks weird. Check on that in a minute. So, now that the surges are done, Duck Fantastic, please continue your moving speech to rouse the rest of the group.
So, friends, you might wonder why I brought you here today. Surely you've heard of the mysterious maze.
Oh, I've heard of a lot of things, but yes.
Well, Charm, Grace, Tarver, Nim, I require your help to get to the center of this, for the secret spice is the last thing I need to open my restaurant.
Are you sure it's secret spice that's hidden in the maze?
It is the only thing that I have deemed to be possible for causing these strange misfortune.
Duck, are you sure you need this spice to open your restaurant?
It must
Absolutely
be
need it.
had.
I'm just saying, Charm and I had plans, so I don't know if the spice is that important.
Terrified of the plans you
The
and Charm
restaurant
had.
business just isn't good these days. You know, it's a really volatile market.
Okay, but what if I give you like just free drinks for the first month of opening? Would you
Done.
do that?
Yep. Okay. Yep.
Wonderful.
No,
Grace,
the
you
first
really
month-
give in way too easy.
You should have asked for 3.
I mean, compliments.
Charm, you need to really rein Grace in a little bit more next time.
I forewent that responsibility years ago.
Literally at birth.
Yeah.
Well, I see no harm in a little bit of an adventure.
And with that,
Duck, do you know where this maze is?
yes, you do.
Yes, I do. Right outside of town. In fact, I've heard rumors of sexy monsters roaming around and patrolling this cave. Charm, are you interested?
You sold me. Let's just go. Yeah, let's go.
Gather your things, adventurers. We ride.
And I would like to
Now or
gather
I'm
whatever
gone?
unlocked from behind the bar.
So you try to go to the other side of the bar, and the bartender's like, "Hey, you're not supposed to be back here."
I distract the bartender.
Roll whatever ability check you is representing how you're distracting this bartender, because I'm not even going to begin to assume.
Rude.
I mean, there was the old 3-5 skill, use rope. I don't know.
That is a 15 in persuasion.
Okay. What? Charm, I'm working right now. We've talked about this. And Grace, you open the bar, and there is a bottle inside. That's it.
Cool. Gonna go ahead and take that.
Okay. It's totally unlabeled. It's just this kind of reddish bottle. Obviously,
Earned
there's
it.
some liquid inside of it as well.
Mystery red bottle. You got it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Say no more.
And to the outskirts of town you ride. As it becomes clear where you're headed, there are a few people that try to stop you on the way. Like, oh, really? No, it's not. Maybe it's not worth it. Do you pay these people any mind? Yeah, I didn't think so.
Absolutely not. I have been promised monsters of the sexy variety. Nothing can stop me.
I've been promised free drinks.
Right.
Okay.
And those two things go hand in claw, you know.
They do. You all... Sorry, changing music to get the vibe. You all arrive. The entrance to the maze is not very extraordinary. It looks like a cave that somebody knocked inward.
Doc, I suppose perhaps we should have asked this before. You don't perhaps have, like, a map to this maze, do you? Because it is a maze?
I believe all attempts to create a map have been futile. I only know where the location of this maze is. We must venture forth, and then navigate on our own, using our wits and our charm.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I don't know where
yes.
we're going, though. You can't use me
You have to ask nicely first.
and buy me dinner.
But
And I will, on a piece of scrap paper, free dinner, and hand it over. This is good. At the restaurant, once it opens.
What
Consider
happens
it
if
bought.
it never opens?
Impossible.
Love that compliment. Alright.
But like Duck said, my sources have all told me that the maze changes on a regular basis, so there would be no reliable maps.
Well, let's stay together and hope for the best. Big
Your-
shrug.
Your ingress begins. You go
Come.
into the cave.
We dilly-dally too long.
You go into the cave. It's not particularly remarkable inside, although there are hints as you move forward that some of the stone was worked at one time. And the further you go, the more worked stone you find. It's this strange, very smooth gray stone. It's almost as though maybe a river or something had been coming through this area for a long time and smoothed out this whole cavern. You go further and further in, and eventually you do come to a doorway. There's no door on it, but it is a doorway. It's made like tan sandstone almost. Some symbols above. They're not immediately recognizable.
who's going first?
Of course, I would not ask my dear friends to do anything I would not. If anyone is hesitant, I will step through first.
DM,
I'll stay back here.
you said there were symbols
Mhm.
above the entrance. Are they any particular recognizable language?
Roll an Arcana test. Or what languages do you speak? I should ask that first.
I speak Primordial, Sylvan, Common, and Quarry.
Never mind. They're primordial.
So what do they say? As another person who speaks primordial.
Oh, alright. Probably should have checked that. Last I knew, I didn't see those on your sheets.
To describe our characters, by the way.
Yeah, let's do that thing I totally remembered that I should have had y'all do.
I got you, goat.
Derek, why don't you go first?
So, Grace is the twin of Charm, which you would be very easily able to tell. They are, Kayla, if you don't mind, a pair of very attractive, light purple, lavender tieflings, curved horns. We agree on like white hair. Yes, both dressed to the nine hells, and just ready to be anywhere where there's something fun to do. Sister, would you like to follow up? Anything else I left out?
Of course. By Dressed to the Nine Hells, we are always prepared to step into any ball and or royal function we might be invited to. We tend to swindle our ways into parties quite often, as we kind of jointly prey upon those who strike our fancy.
Well said.
Tarver, why don't you follow that up?
Oh, pressure's real. So Tarver is an air genasi with sort of light blue skin and white hair that comes down to like the chin and a curly bob. And they tend to wear sort of simple clothes that could blend into any crowd.
They don't blend in with Charm and Grace. Nim, hopefully you can find some blending there.
Probably not. Nimue, or as she likes to be called, Nim, is a Kalish with very angular features, raven black hair, fair skin, lilac eyes. So perhaps that's what originally drew her to the Chaos Twins, is the layers of purple. Relatively short individual. I don't know, maybe the shortest in the party. We're not really sure yet. And always be decked in crisp white and green robes. Doesn't like to get dirty.
I believe that leaves me, Duck Fantastic, left. Duck is... If the 7-foot-tall Goliath didn't catch your notice on height alone, the propeller helm on top his head might give way. If not for the mask, for those who work and heard of Duck Fantastic would know that he never reveals his face. He's wearing a pink sort of chef's uniform with a white apron over top and a bandolier with vials of purple liquid and needles inside. Port.
You'd think after last week's Jukebox Warforge, I would learn to ask more questions, but I don't. Well, Tarver and Nim, you go to read this. Nim, what you read is it says that there is danger, that there is. It's hard. It's not all there. Some of it's worn away. But what it says to the effect of danger, it is kept. Tarver, as you go to read it, please put your thing to 100% and roll a surge.
Great. A confused brown bear controlled by the DM appears in an unoccupied space within 5 feet of you, and then disappears 1 minute later.
Does it say if the brown bear is friendly?
Nope, just confused.
Confused and controlled by you, that is a personal favorite.
You know, suddenly a brown bear enters from, like, inside the room into the cave.
Huh.
Do you want to call dibs or do you want me to?
Ooh.
Oh, big mistake, Bear. For you have not met the twins.
You know what? I think it's more your type.
I was
Grace.
going to say ladies first. I didn't want to snatch the first smooch, you know.
No, see, I think the bear's more your type.
I do have a thing for bears. All right then. Let's charm monster. Does that apply to bears? Like, I don't know. Because I don't think I handle animals, but I don't.
You're
have
the
animal
resident
handling.
monster smoocher. Shouldn't you know if that spell
Are
is
bears
applicable to
monsters?
bears?
I don't know. That's my
don't think
question.
So, charm monster specifies creature. Charm humanoid only specifies humanoid, or charm person only specifies humanoids. That's the difference. So if it's anything that is not an object, this spell works.
Yeah, I'm gonna charm that monster.
So what save is it that I'm supposed to roll for this bear?
It is a wisdom save of
Polar bear,
18.
black bear, brown bear. Here we go. So I'm gonna do
Brown
this.
bear, brown bear. What do you see?
Hey, brown bears have a positive wisdom.
Surprising.
It failed though. However, go ahead and roll a surge because you cast
Sure.
a leveled spell.
Boy howdy.
This is just the 5%.
Just the 5%.
Yep.
Safe.
Okay.
But I do have the what is the item that I think automatically makes it.
Oh, jeez.
I got so many magic items.
Sweet.
The Feywild shard. So
That makes
that's
it so
for-
you
that's
roll a
for
surge.
magic.
I'm pretty sure the Feywild Shards makes it so you roll a surge every time you spend a sorcerer point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you use a meta magic object option on a spell, while
Right.
you're holding or wearing the shard, you can roll on the wild magic surge table.
Yep. And that's roll on the table, so a surge happens.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Okay. I really hope someone in every game picks that item because it's wonderful. The bear looks at you.
Hi, buddy. It's okay. I know you're a little confused. Just hang out for like 45 more seconds, and everything will be better? Question mark. Like it was just a little boop on the snoot, little smooch on the snoot. Yes, you're so good. You're a good bear.
Just kind of make a persuasion test.
Sure. Yeah, let's do that.
Or handle animal, whichever one you prefer.
No, no, that's a plus 10 for persuasion. That's a 26.
$26. Jeez. Bear just kind of sits down on his back haunches. Still looking very wary at everyone.
Well, you're a wary bear. I'm gonna name you Gregory.
You know, I feel a little bad. I think he's just confused.
It's okay. It's okay, Big Bear. It's all right. We're going to go ahead into the maze. Do you want to come along? You want to be friends?
It kind of like scoots back away from the door a bit. It's
Totally fair.
Well, any luck with the symbols on the door, Nim?
My mouse was lagging. I apologize.
You're-
Well, Tarver, I believe you read Primordial, don't you? I mean, it says danger it is kept.
Ah, yes, but I got a little distracted by the bear.
Oh, that was you. See, I thought that was Grace. All
No,
right.
that was me.
That's all right, dear. Well, all right. So danger it is kept. I mean, sounds to me like this is going to be a bit of a challenge. Perhaps this is why everybody thinks this is dangerous.
Well, yes, if they can read Primordial, they would know that danger. That's why you read the warning signs.
Yes, it's very true. It's very true. All right. Well, I'll turn and make sure everybody else heard that the symbols are saying danger. It is kept on the outside of the door. Are we all ready to go now? Are we done with the bear, Grace?
I assume so. The bear doesn't seem particularly interested in the maze or me, which is fine. Consent is important. So yes, let's go not get lost, hopefully.
All right.
You all enter into the first room. Unlike the rest of the cave leading up to here, this room is intricately decorated. There are deep carvings of elemental symbols. Ancient primordial, but they don't make a lot of sense. They're just, it essentially is like wind, earth, lightning, a lot of things like that. That same kind of tan sandstone. But there's no door. Does anyone speak Draconic? Alright, well, there's some runes on the floor.
Well, that's not much of a maze.
Oh, I wouldn't worry, Duck. I have just the item for this. And Tarver is going to pull out their Wand of Secrets. And if they expend a charge, a secret or trapdoor within 30 feet will make the wand pulse and point.
It points at the runes on the floor.
Ah, well, it seems that the runes have our door.
You know what? Might as well just keep spending the spells. Comprehend languages.
Alright.
See what that says.
Roll see if you surge.
Reach for dice. I don't have to do that.
You don't have to.
Also safe. Right.
Excellent. Okay. Before we get to the results of your spell, everybody roll 100% surge. Because Mare loves you.
And we love Mare.
We sure do.
Oh no.
Well, we'll let Grace and Duck Fantastic go last since I love those reactions.
My reaction was to duck, but
Okay.
yes.
Tarver, what'd you get?
Well, Tarver cannot speak for the next minute. Whenever they try, iridescent bubbles float out of their mouth.
Nim?
I can choose between these, right?
Yep.
Okay. Oh, thank God.
You
All right.
don't always get a great choice, but you get to choose.
Thank God. Okay, then I'm gonna choose to have a 120-foot anti-magic field centered on me.
For how long?
It doesn't say.
It's a permanent anti-magic field that's just created.
All right, fine. Then I'm a potted plant. Okay.
It's kind of like you just
Those
create
are
a
your
crater
choices.
around you.
Fine. Then I am a potted plant until the start of my next turn. I am incapacitated. I'm vulnerable to all damage, and if I drop to 0 hit points, my pot will break and my form will revert. So, I am an aloe vera plant, Bob.
It's a classic.
Char.
One random creature within 30 feet gains a random template for the next 24 hours.
Okay, well, the bear is also in 30 feet. So, I'm gonna roll a d6. Yep. Charm, you're 1. Let's see. Tarver, you're 2. Dax, you're 3. Kappa, you're 4. Derek, you're 5. And the bear is 6. 6. The bear. That poor bear. That y'all. Oh, I should have remembered to open up this document. I forgot last week too. The bear. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So the bear turns red and grows horns. And its eyes begin to burn, sort of in these dark embers. As it's kind of very confused. Who is next? I believe Grace.
Well, Duck, go ahead. I want to.
Oh god.
Okay.
May or may not impact.
I cast Magic Missile as a 5th level spell. Does that mean I surge again?
No.
Okay.
Spells cast because you surge don't. It doesn't make you use a spell slot, nothing like that. It just, that's the level it casts at. Yeah.
Okay.
Who are you aiming at?
I mean, the bear looks like it's suddenly very, very angry.
Okay.
Very menacing.
You don't have to roll. Brown bears do not have a ton of hit points. And the bear disappears. The devil bear disappears.
Oops.
I'm calling it
cast
out. If
Fly
y'all
on a
summon
random
another bear,
creature
that's
within
coming up.
60 feet.
Fly! Who are you? Oh, is it a random?
It is a random. Yeah.
Okay, alright,
I don't know
so...
if you want to make this a flying devil bear before it dies.
No, Tarver takes flight. It's kind of a natural state for an Ergonasi. So, after all of that happens, your comprehend language spell goes off without a hitch. You read what it says. And all it says is, which coincidentally enough, to progress forward, you need a touch of chaos. And as all of this has happened, and as you read, the magic that has emanated from all of you lights up the runes. And from the center from the center of the circle of runes, a pillar kind of slowly comes up, extending and getting thinner and thinner and thinner. And finally, the last bit, a little bit. The last bit comes, and it opens up, and inside is a deck of cards.
No, dude.
Well, Tarver's gonna open their mouth to say something, but they are just gonna spit out bubbles.
While they're flying.
Yep. While flying, and they're just gonna kind of like awkwardly float to pick Nim, the potted plant, up so that nobody steps on her. And just...
Nim is back to normal.
Okay, cool. Then they're not gonna pick Nim back up. Just gonna guard the plant while floating over it until Nim's back, and then float into a corner of the room and just kind of look a little bit irritated.
The deck of cards sits.
Who's going to touch the cards?
It could be a deck of recipe cards. I must check.
Definitely.
Grab the deck of cards.
Yeah.
And
The
on
maze of the Chaos Human.
as you take the cards into your hand, the far wall opposite the door you walked into, runes appear. Common, nothing special. You must risk once to proceed. That's what it says.
Risk
Yeah.
once.
I think it's telling you to pull a card.
Charm, get ready to run. Yes, Duck, pull a card.
As the twins like back up to the back of the room.
We are prepared for trouble, and we have made it double.
Oh my god.
Why are you backing away from me? And they're harmless recipe card. And I pull the first one.
On the card is a skull. black swirls of smoke come out from the skull and immediately go under your mask and up through your propeller and then back down your body and then disappears. For the next minute, all damage you do heals instead of damages, and all healing damages instead of heals. This includes potions you're carrying on you when you drew the card, and the card flips out of your hand and goes back into the deck in a random place. The wall opens up into a long hallway.
Oh,
You have now entered the maze.
interesting. I must remember that smoking technique from my dry rubs.
Do you feel any different? Do you feel okay, Duck?
You all right?
I feel delicious.
Grace, Charm, and anyone else who knew what, or who thought they knew what this deck was, go ahead and roll Arcana for me, or History, either one.
I'm telling you, it's just a recipe.
Pretty much anyone but Duck.
Adds a solid 7.
No, nothing coming to
16.
mind. Okay.
I have a deck of illusions. I just also know that probably wasn't that.
19.
Nim, anything?
No, I'm not rolling. Go ahead.
Okay, Tarver. You notice that this looked like the deck of many things. And the skull card is in the deck of many things, but that did not do what the skull card usually does. And as you take a look at it, the design on it is a little different. From what you've heard, obviously it's very rare to encounter the deck. What would you like to do?
Tarver's gonna open their mouth and spit out bubbles again.
Tarver, nothing to say.
This was very helpful.
Here's pop bubbles.
Onward, then?
Secret menu item. I will. Can I bring these cards with me?
They don't leave your hand.
I will continue forward with the deck of cards in my hand.
Suddenly, from the door you all entered through, like 50 or 60 ravens fly in and begin attacking and pecking at all of you.
No! Oh no. Hold on. I can take care of this. And, hold on. I promised someone that I was gonna cast Fireball. I think this is the time. I'll cast Fireball, but spend meta magic to designate my party members to not be damaged.
Cool. Go ahead and, they fail their save. Yeah, they fail by a lot. Go ahead and roll the healing.
That's right.
As the swarm of ravens livens up.
Oh no. Each raven gets 26 points of healing.
The ravens seem to get livelier, and they start pecking and attacking more ferociously.
Forgot.
Duck, also go ahead and roll on the search table. Or go ahead and roll to
Yes.
see if you search.
Yes. I shall. I am safe.
Okay. They seem to not relent. They seem not afraid of you. What would you all like to do?
I swear that should have worked.
All of you take 8 piercing damage.
You said these were ravens?
Mm-hmm. Just burbs.
I will try a real fireball then.
Okay. Everybody takes 11 piercing damage. Go ahead and roll fireball. Or they roll safe, right?
Yeah.
Ooh. 20?
That beats it. Yeah.
Half damage then. Go ahead and roll the damage and roll surge.
Yeah. So 8d6.
This fireball is OP as heck.
Uh, 18. What is that? 32?
Okay. You exude this magic that you know normally would have incinerated just regular birds. But something about the mix of Duck Fantastic spell and these very fast ravens, they're singed, they're angry, and they're attacking more. I need everyone to roll initiative.
I did.
Oh, you did surge?
I did.
What'd you get?
You are instantly surrounded in non-magical plate armor with a non-magical shield with an AC of 20.
Excellent. Alright, everyone roll initiative.
Amazing.
You cast a fireball and you then are encased in metal.
I'm just really jealous.
By the way,
How
everyone else should
great
roll
this
dex
is.
saves too, because you're all in the range of fireball.
I will do meta magic then.
Okay.
Yeah.
You surge
I'm
again.
sure.
Roll 100%.
Yeah. Ugh. Because I do have. I've never played a sorcerer before. Where are all these things? All these things I can do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and just look at. Okay. An eye appears on your forehead for the next minute. During that time, you have advantage on perception checks that rely on sight.
That would look very strange if anyone could see your face, since you are in a suit of plate mail.
I look and feel amazing. 3 eyes.
All right, initiative rolls. Charm, what'd you get?
15.
Tarver.
Well, while Tarver is still spitting out bubbles and agitatedly gesticulating at their friends, they have rolled a 5.
5. Duck.
14.
Okay, Nim.
9.
And Grace.
13.
Is that 13?
Yes.
Okay. Charm, you're up first.
The worst person to go first. First up, I cast Mage Armor.
Okay. What does it look like as this shimmering effect surrounds you?
Oh, it is bright purple.
Of course. Love it.
We're a purple family.
You're just jealous of my very sweet new armor, aren't you?
Oh, I am absolutely jealous.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Duck.
No, not me. I will. Oh man, I will disrupt the bird's flight pattern with my gust cantrip.
Okay.
That is a strength 18 saving throw.
They seem unaffected
Okay,
as they rolled a natural 20.
I will move towards the newly opened door
All right.
and just shout, "Run!"
Grace.
I think I'll just go ahead and do another fireball then. Careful spell to avoid hitting everyone else.
Okay.
And actually, you know what? I'll just. It's 8d6. I might as well just.
Just keep that
dice
separate.
roll for that.
Also, roll to see if you surge because of fireball, and then roll surge because of your meta magic.
Yep. So it's 37 total. If the birds succeed, then it's half that.
Sure. They do.
So it was. Actually, I should roll 10%. Safe.
Safe for casting your spell. Okay. Now roll 100% for your meta magic because that's how that works.
For the next minute, your voice becomes thunderous and can be heard from over a mile away.
Okay. So you cast fireball. The birds again seem singed, but generally fine.
It didn't work.
Like dust like shakes off of the sides.
You were loud enough before, and now you're just unbearable.
Sorry.
You going to stay where you are, Grace?
Yeah, I have an AC of 20. I'm fine.
Okay. No, that's my bad. That
You
should
muted.
fix. Okay, cool. We're back to normal. I messed up the screen. It's fine. That is going to make it Nim's turn.
So So I have a quick question for you.
Yeah.
Ravens.
Mm-hmm.
They understand common, right? Generally.
We'll say yes.
Okay. So what I'd like to do, is there a particular raven that looks like it's more leading the charge?
Hard to say. The swarm seems to be getting bigger.
Okay, then I am just going to, if you will allow it, aim my mind link ability at one random raven and say, all of my companions are really silly. We mean no harm. Can you just stop? Now, the mind link allows me to speak telepathically to them as long as they're within 150 feet. I don't need to share a language with the creature for it to understand, but the creature must be able to understand at least one language.
Okay.
And as an action, I can give that creature the ability to telepathically reply for an hour.
Okay.
You know, Jordan, real quick, one more thing. Mary
Yeah.
actually made an excellent point in chat. I shouldn't be able to cast anything because this is non-magical armor that I'm not proficient in.
Does that prevent you from casting entirely?
I think maybe.
That's an old D&D rule. I think it's just...
Let me get back to you on
I think
that.
you just get a
But I
bunch of
believe that-
disadvantage if you're not proficient in it. Okay, so is part of the action allowing them to speak? Okay. We cannot go! Further you must! It's the only response you get.
What was that? In a non-raven...
We cannot go, further you must.
Could I use my free action to say, we need to just push on, ignore them? And then I will call that my
me.
turn.
And yeah, 5e, you can't cast spells. So, no fireball. But it was fine because nothing really happened from it, so I'll just
Yeah.
trudge forward.
I don't know. I knew you had disadvantage on like everything, but I didn't think it affected your magic. Okay. Alright.
So action, free action, and then I'm gonna just start walking
Okay.
down the hall.
That's going to make it Tarver's turn.
Here's the logistical question. If I can't talk, can I cast a spell with a verbal component?
Yes. Because you are still
Okay.
speaking, it's just not a standard language.
Alright. Well, that's good to know. But for now, since we need to go and Grace is not moving very quickly in their non-proficient heavy armor, Tarver is going to pull out their carpet of flying and just chuck it at him. And then keep flying forward past him and use their full flying movement speed to just get further in.
Okay. Let's see. Charm and Grace, since you two are still in the room, you take 7 points of piercing damage. And we are back to Charm's turn.
I just look at Grace. And just we're going. So waddle yourself out and just book it.
Okay. Grace. Or sorry, no, Duck.
Oh, it's me.
Yep.
I've made it into the doorway, right?
Mhm.
Away from the room.
Yeah, you're in the hall now.
Okay. Then I will. I'm gonna cantrip Gust again to make a clear path and hopefully prevent some attacks on whoever's trying to get through.
They fail. So a large portion of the swarm kind of parts out of the doorway.
Sweet. And I guess I will. Oh, that's it. Yeah, no, that's it. That's pretty much it. I will walk a little bit further into the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully catching any threats from the front.
Okay. Grace.
I will pick up the carpet that Tarver tossed at me, and begin to trudge outwards. And as I do, I will draw a card from my own deck of illusions, and flop that onto the floor. And I do have actually a generator for this. and it generates a 9 of spades, which is a troll in our place. Hopefully for the birds to then get distracted by it.
Interesting. Okay.
And then just, double, pun intended, finger birds on my way out.
Okay. That is going to make it... nope, sorry. That's going to make it Nim's turn.
It's just a long hallway, right?
You could see another, like, opening up of the hallway in, like, 30-ish feet.
I'm just gonna head towards the opening.
Excellent. Tarver.
Just gonna keep flying straight ahead since somebody cast fly on me.
Happens. Let's see. Great. Charm, did you attempt to leave the room yet? Okay, cool. Grace, since you're still a little in the room, since you took some time to cast, you take another 10 points of piercing damage. And it is Charm's turn again.
I just continue down the hallway and into the opening.
Excellent. Duck? Just into the opening.
Yeah, same thing.
Cool. Grace?
Yeah, same. Open.
Grace, as you move into the hallway, the birds, for a few seconds, allowing you all to escape fairly easily, begin swarming at the troll. But as they pass through it, you notice that stops. And as that stops, they start to fly towards the door, but they can't seem to for some reason. And then they all begin to come together. Slowly you lose track of the swarm, and it becomes one giant raven that begins marching down the hallway. As you all get into the next room, you hear a voice this time. 2 for safety. 1 for a new path. And it stops.
Duck. That deck of cards.
Oh, it wasn't talking about you and me. Yes. Okay, that makes more sense.
Not this time, no.
The raven
Draw cards.
is coming towards
1 or
you.
2.
Yeah, 2. I draw 2 cards. Hopefully
Sean, can
we
you
are
let me get
safe.
out of this armor? It's really hot.
Get to the armor just a second. Let's see. The first card you pull has 3 figures on it, and between them they're holding a single eye. Reality's fabric unravels and spins anew, allowing you to avoid and erase one event as if it never happened. Would you like to end an effect?
Yes, I would very much like to be able to deal damage once again.
Ah, okay. The skull card's magic, the smoke comes out from you. And then...
Oh no, no longer delicious.
you pull out another card. And it looks like a vial of bubbling green liquid. Suddenly, you get this sense
Ooh, it's a shamrock shake.
that something is... You've made an enemy. You feel as though you've always had this enemy, but you're not 100% sure.
Jason Thunderburger.
And as the second card is pulled, the raven disappears.
Just some quick thinking, Charm.
Sure. Life on the line. Brain works fast that way.
I'm surprised you didn't go and smooch the giant raven.
Birds aren't really my type.
No, that's our Aunt Tippy Hedron.
Yeah.
You learn new things every day.
Tarver, around this time, as you speak, it stops being bubbles and it starts being words again.
Well, now that we're out of that, Shall we proceed forward?
Does anyone else want to choose a card this time? I believe
No.
one more will grant us new passage.
Nope, Duck, go right ahead. You
Does
should
anyone
have
look
a-
around the room? Okay, Nim.
Tarver,
Before that happens, because
Sure.
Nim looks around the room, and there's two things that strike you immediately. This is the same kind of room as the last one. Very decorative, very this kind of tan sandstone. There's an intricate door, but instead of a knob or a lock, there is what is clearly some kind of puzzle that you could turn and force things to happen. Next to it says, in Primordial, you may solve the puzzle or draw to your content.
Oh, so I overhear the discussion about the cards. Before you touch the cards, Tarver, does this say the same thing to you before I share it with the group?
yes.
Alright. So there's a message over here next to this door. We can either solve the puzzle or draw to our content. I'm not really sure what that means. Other than we can choose to go on or we can draw from the cards is what I'm interpreting as.
Seeing as how the cards have been going so far, how about we try this puzzle?
My time has come. It's time to smooch the puzzle.
Grace, we don't smooch puzzles.
Speak for
Items
yourself.
items can't give consent. We've talked about that.
That's except for those those magic 8 balls.
Stop.
No.
Signs point to yes.
I'm sorry. I unmuted a little too early, I think. Sorry for that piercing.
Good God.
Well, it's happened. I've made it 1 hour into stream and I can't keep a straight face.
We warned all of you.
You did. And we were
Thoroughly.
still not ready.
No one who was ready.
Alright, so how do we... Alright, so DM, you said that it was one of those puzzles where we could shift things around.
Yep.
Are we talking like Skyrim door puzzles? Where it has to...
No, like specifically on the knob, there seems to be something that could turn or move.
Okay. And there's nothing else in the room other than this door.
As far, yeah, I mean, like I said, the walls are very intricate with symbols and whatnot, but that is what it is. Charm.
Okay.
As you all are discussing this, I do need you to switch that to 100% and roll your surge.
I've got theme music for an hour. It is completely different from the other two. It's just a clash of music at this point.
We probably should have asked, what is everybody's music of choice? I am totally, like, blasting Trans-Siberian Orchestra, because why not?
Ooh.
I've got super just chill lo-fi going.
Oh, Tarver's thematic music is definitely because the universe has a sense of humor or something like the Pink Panther music. Just like dun 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 dun.
I'm gonna have to play all three of these in my own headphones.
Okay, yeah, please. Okay, so now that more music has begun to play, which all of you are somewhat familiar with your magic things, so it's frustrating perhaps, but it's not so outlandish.
Well, we all know I'm not one for puzzles. Would anyone care for a snack? as we try to, as one of you tries to solve the puzzle, and I will start pulling out cooking utensils and stuff to make biscuits.
Where did you keep all of that?
My pack. I'd never leave home without it.
But why don't you ever leave home without it?
You can't be the chef to the stars if you're not ready at the drop of a hat to cook.
You know what? Fine. Biscuits actually sound good. I don't even know why I'm complaining.
If the puzzle takes more than an hour of game time, there will be biscuits ready for everyone.
Duly noted. Who is going to attempt to solve the puzzle? Okay.
Can I help Tarver?
Sure. You can lend assist. You can go about this several different ways. You notice that there's a great amount of resistance when you're turning it some ways, and less so others. You notice that sometimes when you turn it, it goes a little faster than you mean it to, and certain combinations slip away. You notice that there's a pattern to that as well. And then you notice that occasionally when you use just the most careful touch, that it seems to go more your style. You can make a strength ability check, a dexterity ability check, an intelligence ability check, or a charisma ability check, using any skill of those groups that you'd like.
All right. How wild would it be to do a deception check as a, like, I'm gonna pretend I know what I'm doing and really gently fiddle with it until it does something.
That's what you want. And roll with advantage since Nim is assisting in your deception.
Awesome. 29.
Okay. You know, so you've tried a few combinations, and you know for certain that this should not work. But it starts to. And you start to solve the puzzle. You get to a point, though, and it locks. It won't move at all. Underneath the text on the wall says, "A new hand is required."
Well, another hand is required, and I think it requires a delicate touch, so perhaps one of the twins?
We are expert touchers.
Very delicate.
Well, you took care of the bear, so I'll do this one.
Please.
Okay. And I go up to the lock and just, Tarver, what do you need from me? Do you just need me to gently caress it? Do you need me to be a little more forceful? What do you need?
I have found that acting like you know what you're doing and kind of letting it guide you, follow it with your hands, it'll kind of show you the way.
Got you. So, you know, the high money merchants who think that they know what they're doing. Okay. And I do exactly what Tarver told me to do.
Okay. As you begin to try to turn and adjust it, you notice that when you're doing some of them, you get like tired really easily as you're trying. You notice that other patterns seem to be adjusting when you look away from them. And still you see that some of them, there's an odd pattern. You can make a Constitution, Intelligence, or Wisdom ability test. And any related skill therein.
Don't ever have your character sheets on a separate laptop when it doesn't want to work.
What are you rolling?
Shit. I don't know. We'll just do, wisdom.
Okay.
Based. That's a natural 20. That's a 22 total.
Okay. So you notice that things are changing on the faces, and you manage to follow them pretty easily. And you manage to twist, and more of it seems to be unlocking and going, and then it freezes up. The same text appears. A new hand is required.
Brother, your turn.
Fine, I'm used to finishing what you can't.
Jeez. I expected a certain level of whatever. I didn't expect shade. So, you also notice that some of them just need a little extra to turn. Some things are needing speed. And there's a pattern, maybe, that you're catching, but you're not sure. Strength, dexterity, or intelligence?
You are certainly the quicker of the two.
Sleight of hand then, which is going to be a 22.
Okay. You manage to just very quickly start adjusting things, and it's snipping around, and it seems to be falling into place. And then it locks, and once again, another hand is required.
Well, I'm spent.
Right. Well, this is just ridiculous. Nim, would you like to give it a go?
Sure. I can do that.
Okay.
Out of curiosity,
Sure.
before I ask, let me double check one thing.
Okay.
Make sure I understand what I'm asking before I actually ask it. Could I use Mage Hand to fiddle with this thing?
You can, if you would like.
This is a cantrip, it shouldn't.
Sure. It doesn't cause a
Surgery.
surge. Your mage hand begins to attempt to do it. I'm going to need you to roll a spell casting ability test.
Okay. The heck are sorcerers?
Charisma.
Thank you. It's a 10. I got a nat 1.
Oh. Suddenly, it's trying, and it comes apart, still staying in lines, but it whips back around to the state it was in the beginning.
Oh, bollocks! That didn't work, did it? Duck, would you like me to knead those biscuits, and you can come over here and try this?
Sure. Yeah. Really quick. There's an extra separate batch over here for the. Which one of the twin? You were allergic to paprika. Which one? That one is for them. Yes. Yes. Sure.
It's Grace. He can't handle spice.
All right, I'll take care of that one since your hands are already dirty with the other one. We don't want to cross-contaminate. Go ahead.
Duck.
Okay, puzzle. It's
Yep.
just you and me right now. What am I rolling?
You can roll strength, dexterity, intelligence, or charisma.
I will charisma.
Would you like to use a skill along with that? You can.
I will. Yeah, I'm gonna intimidate it.
So your presses are delicate but precise as you're trying to turn it.
Yeah.
It's gonna know what duck it
the
crossed.
whole time I'm muttering. Listen, nothing is gonna keep me from that chaos, cumin. Not even you. You don't know what is coming. But cumin. Dirty 20.
Okay. It shifts and goes. Another hand is required.
I suppose we can start again from the top.
Is it asking us to use two hands at the same time?
Sometimes they ask for that.
Not very often.
I mean, if you would like to try that.
I could also try using my own hands instead of Mage Hand before we start again. Could always rule everything out first.
Oh, no, hey, keep your hand there, Duck, and I'll touch it.
Okay.
So I'm touching this at the same time as Tarver.
Sure.
Yep.
Okay.
As you both begin pressing, it moves with ease. It turns and twists, and very quickly, it is undone. And it falls to the floor. And the door swings open.
Look,
Okay.
it did require 2 hands. It's one of those. We're good. Fantastic.
Charm, I think this was a lesson for us that we should work together instead of competing, because stop making fun of me, it hurts.
Love that.
It's okay,
need
I
to
still
learn
love
how
you.
You need to learn how to grow thick skin. Not everyone's gonna be chipper.
No, I'm just not,
Hey, Tarver.
Stop.
yeah.
Oh, wait, no, you're flying. Never mind. Not Tarver.
Yes.
Nim.
Still?
Yeah, it lasts for like an hour, doesn't it?
Yeah, I guess so. Yep.
Yeah. Nim. Your feet are wet.
Like in my boots? Feet are
Mhm.
wet?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You look down and you see that water is beginning to rise. And it's
well-
covered the top of your feet.
Well. Hold that thought. No, I rise with the water. I'm wearing a ring of water walking.
Oh, okay. You notice that suddenly you're rising up.
Okay. Everyone, I think there's a small problem. And I'm
No,
gonna-
the batter. It was perfect. It's too wet.
Yeah, this is going to be a bit of a problem.
Duck, next time don't mix the biscuits on the floor, alright?
I'm frantically trying to salvage my cooking utensils, make sure they're not waterlogged.
You notice that the
This batter was
water
awash.
doesn't seem to be able to flow into the opening that the door just made
Okay.
as it's rising. Pretty quickly.
Well then, down we go, I suppose.
Okay.
Owie.
You all head into the hallway. The water is held behind you, and you watch it. Like, you're not even 15 feet into the hallway, and it is already to the top of the door. Thankfully, you made it here. However, a few seconds go by, and then slowly you hear as the water, just in small streams, begins shooting out of the doorway. And as you're walking, you notice that you're on a downhill slope.
Hey DM,
Yeah.
how big was that doorway?
I'm gonna say 10 feet tall.
So what happens if I cast Ice Storm, like, in the doorway?
That is a great question. Ice will begin to assault the doorway.
Yeah?
You could see what will happen from that if you'd like.
You know what, I think I'm gonna go up a spell level and cast Cone of Cold instead.
Okay. You cast Cone of Cold, and this ray of energy freezes the water. Do need you to roll on your surge table.
Yep. Regular at 5%?
Yep.
Cool. I have created a friendly flying sword that will act on my initiative turn, and the sword will exist for 1 minute.
Okay. A sword flies next to you. A spadroon, in fact, is what it is. It flies next to you, ready for combat. You all continue forward, I assume, since now the door behind you is made of solid ice. Okay.
Did Grace bring my flying carpet?
We'll say
I
yes.
did. Yes. I did, I
Okay,
did
good.
mention that I grabbed that.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
won't,
good.
Won't cheat you out of a nice item. You get to the bottom of the ramp, and the hall breaks into 2 different ways. Do you go right, or do you go left?
Well, Duck, this is your adventure.
Your decision. Left or right?
Can't hear you,
Can't hear
Doug.
Kappa.
I was muted. Of course we go right. Right is always right.
Okay. You go to the right. And as you do, you all are accustomed to what it feels like when your magic surges. It feels like it's about to rip out of you. It's this powerful force of magic. And it's always sort of there, but you've kind of gotten used to it. It's a little bit stronger now. All surge rolls are now made at 10%.
Yes.
And you go to the right. After a while, you hear this sort of hissing sound. Not like a snake, but just like... And as you go around, you come to another sort of T. There's right and left. To the right is where this hissing sound is coming from.
Are we going right again, Duck?
That sound is worrying me, but
If it doesn't
Duck
sound like a snake, is
Fantastic
it like
is
steam?
not sorry, go ahead.
Sorry.
Maybe. It does kind of sound like if you have like hot oil and you throw an ice cube into it.
The evil form of cooking.
I'm familiar with that sound. Someone is ruining their deep fry. I must stop them. I will start trudging in that direction. Come, friends.
Do you all follow Duck?
Yeah, I think Tarver's gonna stick close to the roof now.
You round a few corners, and the hallways are about 15 feet. Seem pretty square.
Oh,
And as you turn around a corner, the hissing is getting louder and louder and louder. And you round a corner going left, and there is, blocking the entire hallway, this blue, glowing creature. And Duck, as you see it, you know this is your enemy. You two have hunted each other for eons.
no. No. The jealous gelatin.
And go ahead and roll a surge, because chat likes ya.
Is it still at the 10?
Automatic. Nope, this is 100%.
All right.
All chat donated surges are always done at 100.
Oh, no. Okay. One of these has already happened, so I'm going to go with the other one. All attacks against... the other one was the do not need to eat, sleep, or drink, or breathe for
Gotcha.
24 hours. The other one is all attacks against you have advantage until the start of your next turn. So it's not too bad.
Okay. The rest of you recognize that this is some kind of giant ooze.
Charm, I spooched the bear. This one's all you.
Oh, I don't like oozes.
Same.
It begins to move towards you all.
We meet again, my mortal enemy.
I think nobody's going to be smooching this.
What do you all do?
I pull out a small pouch.
Okay.
It's filled with beans.
Okay.
I will throw a bean into my mortal enemy.
What does the bean do?
I must roll a D100, and I have it up and ready to go. So
Right.
Please pyramid. Please pyramid. Please pyramid.
93. A pyramid.
See, whereas I'm hoping for the tree to sprout out from this
A
ooze.
pyramid with a 60-foot square base bursts upward. Inside is a sarcophagus containing a mummy lord. The pyramid is treated as the mummy lord's lair, and its sarcophagus contains treasure of the GM's choice.
Cool.
It's everything I ever wanted.
It's a maze in a maze. This pyramid, you hear as the walls begin to break around you. Debris is falling. A spike begins to rise up through the ooze and breaks through the ceiling. The ooze is ripped into pieces as it gets pinned against the ceiling with this giant spike. And around you, the ground is crumbling and the ceiling is falling.
Well, that takes care of that. Run!
I am so glad that Tarver has fly right now.
The propeller on the top of Duck's propeller helm starts, and he starts to levitate from his head, and then starts moving in that direction, away from. Yep.
Me,
love this.
Derek, the person, is so proud of you right now, Kappa. Literally everything I ever wanted out of this game.
I'm so hot.
Right here. You all begin running, and a few of you begin flying down this
Yeah,
hallway.
same. Throw the magic carpet out. Sean?
So pretty much all of you are flying now. Nim, Charm, I assume you get on the carpet. The floor is crumbling, the walls are falling in, the ceiling is falling. You come back to that crossroads. Do you go back the way you came, or do you go to the left from the perspective of where you were? Straight ahead.
Push onward.
Straight ahead?
Yeah, deeper in. Yeah.
Straight ahead.
You
Straight.
fly down there. You come to a dead end. You can still hear the ground crumbling. It's not as fast, but things are still falling behind you. You're not entirely sure how far behind you has been ruined.
Great.
You could try to wait it out, or on the wall. 1 draw from 3 will open the door to safety.
1 draw from 3.
Hey, DM, can
Yep.
I use my chime of opening?
Sure, you can try. What does Chime of Opening do?
This hollow metal tube measures about 1 foot long and weighs a pound. You can strike it as an action, pointing it at an object within 120 feet of you that can be opened. There's a door lit or locked, so they're just going to point it at the wall in front of them and hope.
Okay.
Chime issues a clear tone, and 1 lock or latch on the object opens unless the sound can't reach the object. If no locks or latches remain, the object itself opens.
Whoa. And nothing happens.
That was worth a shot.
Charm and I have done enough. You all can draw your 3. There's 3 of you. That's perfect.
I will. I assume it's three of these cards. I will pull the top 3 off, not drawing them. Who would like to draw?
I'll reach forward and take one.
Okay.
However, we'll take 1 as well.
Who's taking the 3rd?
I have the 3rd one. I will.
Okay. I didn't know if you were actually going to use it on yourself or not. Yes! Sorry,
Oh, no.
I'm really happy.
The
Because
It could
right
either
a
be
chance,
really good or really bad.
this might not have happened, and I love that it happened to you. Oh, this is great. Okay, Nim, we'll start with you. Black smoke comes out of the card as the skull infuses into you. All damage you deal for the next... Oh, for the next minute, all damage you deal heals, and all healing you do damages.
Oh, it's a minute. I thought it was an hour.
Nope, it's just a minute.
My bad.
Yeah, it was about to end when you used the fake card on it. Tarver, you also draw the card that shows a green vial of bubbling liquid, and you feel that you have an enemy. You've always had them, but you can't quite know them yet. And Duck.
Oh no.
The card you draw is completely black. And as you look into it, you're drawn towards it, into this void. And as you are physically getting closer to the card, yep, you're physically getting closer to the card, and right as you're about to make contact with it, a tiny black tentacle comes out and sticks to your head. Do you pull back? Yep.
Yes.
8
Yeah.
more stick to your head, and you pull back, and a small black octopus is now stuck to your head. It's not doing anything. It's just stuck there. As this happens, the floor opens up. Sorry, Tarver. And a pathway straight down appears.
Thank
That we
God for
fall
the fly
into,
spell.
or-
You're all flying. You don't fall into, but the
I guess so,
pathway
yeah.
below you appears. Yep, I was real happy when you all started flying.
I just want to make sure my little octopus buddy is not getting caught in the propellers.
He's not. No, he seems to kind of like be under it, like
Cool.
scrunched. He's very small.
Okay.
Oh, there was a donation that I missed. Oh,
no.
Yep, surging charm for $10. My bad. Sorry. Thank you. Charm, 100%. It's like the third time you've been targeted.
I regain all my spell slots.
Thank you.
Oh, hey! See, not all of them
Nice.
were bad. Okay. What do you all do?
Well, if Duck is quite alright, I guess we go down again.
Is this just a small, like, baby octopus like this?
Yeah, it's not on his face. It's on like the side of his head.
Oh,
I love all the friends we're making. Baby octopus, flying sword,
see, whereas
Fair.
my brain is jumping to Futurama and the little
Yes.
brain slugs.
Yep.
Yeah, thank you.
Yep. It's just a
Tom,
little baby
Grace,
octopus.
would you like to welcome a new friend?
It is pronounced tender cleese.
If Duck is offering the octopus, I will take it.
No, I mean like welcome as in like smooch.
Oh, yeah, no. I don't
Hmm.
do tentacles.
Mm-mm.
That's Grace.
Strict rule.
No, no.
Enough appendages to shake as a greeting, but yeah.
Well, try it, little buddy.
Do you all
We
descend?
descend.
We do.
You go straight down. It's
We
hundreds.
descend like the twins on a noblewoman.
Wow. It is hundreds of feet that you descend. When finally
big
it
number.
opens up into this massive room. Hundreds of feet on all sides. And in the center is an altar. What do you all do?
Is that the only thing kind of in this space?
Yes. So this space is the same kind of gray stone that was at the front of the cave. That was very smooth. All the walls are perfectly smooth. There's no decorations. There's no nothing. It's perfectly carved, seamless stone. And like I said, in the center of the room, there's an altar. You all are still like 100 or so feet above it.
Well, next target, and I will float towards there.
Okay. Do you all follow Duck and his octopus friend?
Aren't we all on the same flying carpet?
Duck is flying on his own, and as is Tarver. The other three of you are on a
Oh,
flying
yes.
carpet.
Ah, got it. Okay.
Yes, Charm and I were kicked out of church. I don't know if any of you know anything about altars.
Depends on which church, but
We're not allowed.
All of them.
there's one or two that wouldn't kick you out for anything you did. But,
You'd be surprised.
jeez. So you all descend towards the altar. On it is written in... What language does everybody speak?
Goliath in common. That's it.
Okay.
Infernal.
Common and primordial.
Common and infernal.
Primordial, Sylvan, Quarry, Common.
Okay. How long
I
does
should
comprehend
still have
languages last? Yep.
Yeah, that's what I was
Okay.
going to check.
So it's a language that you don't initially understand. I think it lasts for an hour. So I think
It's an hour, yeah.
You're fine. It's a language you don't initially know, but as the magic takes hold, you can read it. You realize that it's abyssal. Written on it says, "A sacrifice of power, or drawn 6."
Charm, it's one of those spicy languages we weren't allowed to learn. Oof. It says it wants some power, or it wants us to draw 6 cards.
Does it define power?
It does not. I have way too many magic items for any one character. Maybe you'd want one of those?
It's worth a shot.
Let's give it a good one then. I have a rare, I think actually very rare. How rare is this? Very rare ring of telekinesis that I will mage hand onto the altar from the carpet.
Mage hand sets it down on the altar. The hand dissipates. The altar folds in half. When it comes out, the dust of the ring blows away. And as it comes out, it actually continues opening into the floor and rises up. It's this sort of very sandwich flat altar. The ground rises with it, making it solid. And then it shoots across the room into one of the walls. And the entire wall opens. And out through the wall comes a large, 3-headed dog. And this is where we're going to take our break. So, sit up, get some water, stretch, get some food.
Pet your 3-headed dogs.
Pet your 3-headed dogs.
Do the things.
Do the things.
We'll be back here in a few minutes, everyone.
Oh baby, I love your madness. It's so. Oh baby, I love your madness. It's.
Welcome to our Patreon. Here on Open for Adventure, we are making high-quality Dungeons & Dragons content, folks. We have a great big world to share with you, and by becoming a patron, you can help us explore and expand upon this adventure. With your support, we can invest in more amazing artwork, better mics, fancy cameras, and overall stream quality. Not to mention, help us get some amazing new merch that we can use for giveaways. What do you get by becoming a patron? I'm so glad you asked. Let's take a look at the different levels and give you a sneak peek at what you can get at each tier. Did you know that the family of the First Lord Theo, the leader of the rebellion against the Empire, actually invented firearms nearly 25 years prior to the current campaign? The designs for this high-tech weapon are the Delaney family's best-kept secret. Also, they were originally invented by the late First Lady Victoria, Theo's mother. Access to lore leaks like this is what you can expect from the first tier, written in blog-style posts after each weekly session. Ever wondered what goes on off-camera? The next 3 tiers give you exactly that. With Stolen Moments, you can get access to text-based roleplay moments, highlighting experiences that don't make it onto the stream, like Leona's training session with Ray and Asmer. Stolen Moments Plus gives you access to roleplay moments featuring our guests, non-player characters, and historical figures, featuring the likes of Marshall, Annalena, and even the Empress herself. And Roleplay Addiction takes us to a whole other level. This tier gives you exclusive 30-minute videos of canon interactions not otherwise seen on stream, like late-night drunken interactions between paladins or tender moments featuring your favorite character ships. The Warm Fuzzies is super simple. It's everything I've listed so far, and also you get your name on stream after our weekly regular sessions. Every session. And our Undying Love. And finally, the most epic of all Patreon tiers. Drum roll, please. The Lore Master. This ultimate and final tier gets you first look access at all of the content going into our upcoming official Open for Adventure campaign setting. Lore, maps, monsters, items, dungeons, dragons. Go ahead, have a look around, make yourself at home, and consider becoming a patron to help us make this fantasy world a little bit closer to reality.
Oh, hi. My name is Express Love. I'm the Senmarian god of coffee. Did you know that in Senmaria, every cup of coffee is made with found familiar coffee beans? That's canon. In Senmaria, every cup of coffee is good coffee because it's made with love by Found Familiar. Did you know that every bag of Found Familiar coffee features artwork from incredible members of the tabletop gaming community? That's canon. Each blend and roast of Found Familiar coffee features cool D&D names like Thieves' Cant, Face Step, and Pact Magic. In Senmaria, every royal meeting that Ray attends features the Cartographer's Blend, a brew of coffee made by Found Familiar in conjunction with Devon Rue. Now that's canon. Found Familiar coffee. Buy it today.
Yeah, to pieces. Yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium. Life is so easy. Whoa, you love me to pieces. Yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium. Oh, baby, I love your madness. It's so incredibly beautiful. Oh, you shine like gold, so selfless to all, and wild like an animal. Some would say I'm insane in the right in a way, but I just love to play in your fun and your games. Always hungry for more, that's just how I was born. Take me somewhere I don't know, and give me your freedom. Whoa, you love me to pieces, yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium, life is so easy. Whoa, you love me to pieces, yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium. The limit of love is endless, I know. Just do what you want with me. Yeah, I want it all. Could care less the cost. I give you my everything. Some would say I'm insane in the right in a way, but I just love to play in your fun and your games. Always hungry for more, that's just how I was born. Take me somewhere I don't know, and give me your freedom. Whoa, you love me to pieces, yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium, life is so easy. Whoa, you love me to pieces, yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium. And give me your freedom. Whoa, yeah, me to pieces, yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium, life is so easy. Whoa, you love me to pieces, yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium. Oh, baby, I love your madness. It's so incredibly beautiful. Oh, you shine like gold, so selfless to all, and wild like an animal. Some would say
And we're back. Sometimes funny things happen on break. Okay, so the wall opens and a large 3-headed dog comes through. What do you all do?
Can I speak telepathically to it?
Sure.
Hello, Poppy. Hello, beautiful Poppy. Is what it hears in its head.
Go ahead and roll persuasion. Or deception or intimidate, whatever it is.
Oh no. It is totally persuasion, and that is a... Let's see, what is my persuasion? Oh, that... that is going to be a... I can do math. It's been a long day. 16 plus 9? 25? And anybody looking at me would just see this like wide, like when you actually are talking to dogs and you're doing the hello puppy, like that. That's what I'm doing, but I'm not saying anything out loud.
It continues walking towards you. You notice
suggest
that
we be nice to this one.
as one head growls, there's like black smoke coming out of its mouth. As another one growls, there's like this sort of blue essence coming out. And as the third one growls, there's like steam coming out.
Okay. Let's try not to fireball this one right off the bat, okay?
What are the rest of you doing?
Charm are outnumbered. It's one more head than we're used to.
It's coming forward.
There's only 2 of us.
I know.
It is very large as well. I don't know if that's clear.
I mean, yeah, I already said I was going to smooch it. Come on, go.
Just making sure we know what we're getting into.
What's the fun in that? Charm, I could try to do the same thing I did the bear on this one, or if you have anything, or Tarver, or Duck. Oh, you're the goodest boy.
I'm not great with animals, so this is all
I'll
you,
take
brother.
one for the team. And gonna cast Dominate Monster. So it has to make a Wisdom saving throw of 18.
Nothing happens.
Cool.
Roll on search table. Remember, it's
Yeah,
at 10% now.
I'm safe. I would like to use a sorcery. Well, wait. Okay. So, can I use Seeking Spell if it's something that they have to roll against?
What does Seeking Spell do?
If you make an attack roll for a spell miss, you can spend 2 sorcery points to re-roll and make the new roll.
No. There is a different meta magic that makes them roll at disadvantage on saves.
Okay.
So, unfortunately not. At that, because you know the magic, like, hit it necessarily, but it took no effect. And at that, it's snarling a bit more.
Okay, well that didn't work. So
I will draw another card from my deck of illusions. Stay and flick a card at it, and it is going to be a, hopefully nothing lame, a cloud giant.
It just keeps walking.
Fuck. All right.
Duck, do you have any jerky on you?
Oh, biscuits. You were making biscuits, dog biscuits, right? No? Yes? I don't know.
I was muted. I have beans. Could throw another bean at it.
you're going to feed a dog, which is probably a carnivore, beans.
By the way,
Dogs
right
are
now,
omnivores,
but these
and they
are
just
magic
get really
beans.
gassy.
right now I'm playing the octopus on Duck's head.
I was wondering what you were doing.
Yes, yes, calm down, Tendercleese.
Okay, what? Duck beans, I guess?
Instead of the beans, I'm going to take one of the vials of needles and poison that I have on my bandolier, chuck it at the three-headed duck.
Okay. Roll percentile.
Okay.
Actually, roll ranged attack roll. Sorry, and then roll percentile.
I mean, are you sure? Are you sure? Because this is a nice number.
You have to see if you hit it first. The percentile is for
Oh,
which
okay.
head you're hitting.
Oh, okay. 14. Wait, hold on. I have a modifier to this.
I mean, dexterity.
Dex. 15. No, sorry, 16.
Okay. Now, what's your percentage?
69.
Oh my god. It hits the middle head. Roll. What does it do?
It just shatters.
Uh-huh.
And needles and poison just kind of like fall around it. I'd like to cast animate objects on the needles.
Okay.
The
needles come to life. I need you to roll on your surge table, though.
I was gonna say. I also, in order to cast this,
Yeah.
I need to make my use meta magic to make it a bonus action.
That's fair. We're not like in strict initiative right now, so I'm not super worried about it.
Okay.
But sure, yeah. Go ahead and roll. It's 10%.
Okay. Safe.
Okay. The needles come to life.
And
Do
they're
they
gonna-
act on
they're
their
gonna-
own, or do you command them?
I command them on my, as part of the casting, and then you can spend a bonus action to command them further on my turn.
Okay. On that, now that you sort of have attacked it, I need everyone to roll initiative.
Sweet. Listen, Duck Fantastic does not like dogs, all right?
Yeah, they probably don't taste that good.
Charm, what'd you get?
Got a 10.
Tarver.
18.
Ooh, nice. Duck.
13.
Nim. Sorry, Nim.
Like, who's Nerm? I also got an 18.
Nice. Grace.
9.
Okay. Tarver and Nim. You two are up first. You can decide who goes first. You can change the return. You can go at the same time. However you want to do it.
Finn, would you like to go first?
Sure. God. Tarver is gonna cast Tidal Wave at this thing.
Okay. I'm here for it. Go ahead and roll your 10% surge.
Yep. I'm safe.
Excellent. So a 30-foot long, 10-foot wide, 10-foot tall tidal wave comes barreling into this creature. Oh, who did not make their dexterity saving throw. So go ahead and roll that damage, as it is also knocked prone.
23 force damage.
23. Okay. Excellent.
Or bludgeoning damage, my bad.
You're fine. Anything else?
Nah, I think Tarver's just gonna keep using their fly to like get up near the roof and be like, I don't want to be here.
Sure.
I don't want to be here.
Okay. Nim?
All right. So this thing is now 30 feet away?
Yep.
Okay. And it's prone.
It is.
All right.
It is.
I am going to reach into my component pouch and grasp onto a small piece of iron, and I would like to attempt to cast Hold Monster.
Ooh, what's the save?
17 wisdom.
Got a 22.
Alright. So so that doesn't go off.
Go ahead and roll that 10% surge.
Oh yeah. Safe.
Okay.
Oh, thank God. I think I'm good for this round. So go ahead.
Okay. All right. That brings us to Duck. You're muted.
I will command the needles to swarm around the middle heads and start attacking it with its. Yeah. I put in our chat rules to animate objects.
Okay. Dope.
Basically, each needle is +8 to hit.
Yep.
1d4 +4 damage.
Okay. How many needles was it?
It was 10 needles.
Okay. Go ahead and roll 10 attacks.
All right, here we go. 18,
A hit.
12,
Hit. Or miss.
2,
Miss. 2. You mean 10?
10. You're right.
Okay.
Yeah. I wasn't adding. Okay.
Oh, okay.
10 was the lowest one then. The 12 was a 20 total.
Okay, cool. Those two hit.
Okay.
And the 10 misses.
That is 25,
Hit.
17,
Hit.
26,
Hit.
11,
Miss.
14,
Miss.
nat 20,
Hit.
and another 11.
Miss. Alright, so 6 of them hit. And one of them's a crit. So one of them does
Alright,
8
so-
damage, and the other. That's 28 damage just from their statistics. And then you have them coated in something, right?
I have them coated in poison.
What happens?
That's I believe is just 1d4 of poison damage for each one.
Okay, so go ahead and roll 6d4.
7 plus 6, 13 plus 8, 21 points.
Okay, so that's 49 points of damage from your tiny needles. That is impressive.
I can pre-roll these next time.
That's fine. Yeah, we're learning. It's cool. Not a big deal. Okay. That brings us to its turn. It comes closer. And all 3 of its heads turn into face directly at all of you. I need all of you to make 3 separate dexterity saving throws. Charm, what are your 3?
Oh, wow. 13, 18, and 16.
Okay. All right. Tarver.
13, 13, and 7.
Okay. Nim.
13, 16, nat 20.
Okay. Duck.
16, 16, 21.
Okay. Grace.
13, 17, dirty 20.
Okay.
Somebody should not have let me play this game tonight. I forgot to add my actual saving throw numbers, so that's 15, 18, 22.
Okay. Cool. All of you take 21 fire damage. Tarver takes also 21 lightning damage and 21 acid damage. Charm.
Can I cast Absorb Elements on one of those?
Sure, that's a reaction. Feel free. Charm, you take the 21 fire damage, but you also take 10 lightning and 10 acid. I'm sorry, Grace, you actually succeeded on all of them. You take 30 total damage, 10 from each type. And Duck, you take 10 of the lightning and 10 of the acid, but the full 21 of the fire.
Right.
Actually, Duck, so you notice that as the you're trying to move out of the way of these breath weapons, that things hit the octopus, but then it reroutes into you.
Oh.
So, and unfortunately, because it is grappling you, it fails all of its dexterity saving throws. So you take another 63 damage.
What? Okay.
You still up?
I am still up.
Okay. All right. That was 63 fire, 63 lightning, 63 acid. I don't know if you have resistance to any of them. Or sorry. 21 of the varying types.
Yeah. That's all. I'm gonna take all of that.
Oof.
Resistances to none of those.
The octopus is like angrily hopping, but still stuck to your head.
What, was the 21 fire damage for Charm?
Yes. And then 10 lightning and 10 acid.
She's a tiefling.
Ah, so you only take the 10 fire. So Grace, you actually only take 5 fire then.
Right.
Nice. Okay, also Grace, I need you to surge. 100%.
Okay. You take one additional action immediately.
Oh, okay.
As opposed to casting Fireball as a 3rd level spell centered on yourself.
That'd been bad. That'd been real bad. Duck would have died.
Duck's not on the carpet.
I think Duck's within 30 feet.
No, actually, Duck's probably still within range.
Yeah,
Duck would have
yeah.
died. You're right. Yep.
Okay, so free action. What you doing?
Yeah. So first thing I'm gonna try is I'm gonna try to banish this thing.
Okay.
Good dog, go home now. Goodbye.
What does banishment say? How does that read?
Banishment
I can
is
look it up.
a 4th level. Yeah. So you attempt to send one creature you can see to another plane of existence. If it is native to another plane of existence than the one you are on, it is banished permanently there. If not, it is banished to a harmless demi-plane, I think, for a minute.
Okay, yep.
Until the spell ends, yeah. At which point it reappears in the space it left. And it is a charisma save of 18.
It did not roll super well. Does not have any save. Oh, it has a negative charisma modifier. Alright, well, it got a 5. So, do need you to roll on the surge table. Oh, no, wait, that's a... No, banishment is your... Yeah, roll on the surge table, 10%.
Safe.
Okay.
And bonus action to
You
use
only get an
sorcery point.
action right now. It's not your turn.
Is it not? Because Charm just went. Didn't she?
Charm hasn't gone yet.
Okay, then never mind. Never mind.
Its
Sorry.
turn. Charm is next, and then Grace.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Okay, so Charm. It's gone.
We need to go.
Yes.
The only opening you see is the door it came through. And the one you came through.
Should we go there before it comes back?
Yes.
Oh, Doc, I'm sorry. It's just kind of shoulder as much as I can this Goliath to help through the door.
Okay. I mean, the door is huge. It was big enough for the large-sized
Yeah,
Cerberus to come through.
but I am small compared to the Goliath.
That is fair. That is fair. You all
We'll
move.
do teamwork, one on each side.
You fly through, and you get into the door.
Ooh, what a lovely sandwich.
So are we out of initiative?
You are out of initiative.
Why do you smell like basil?
About a minute later, you do
Probably the
hear
basil.
from down behind you the it returning, but it doesn't seem to know where you went.
Tarver is going to hand Duck a potion of healing greater.
Oh. Thank you.
Here,
Okay.
you look a little rougher than I do.
Would have taken a few hours for me to make one of these.
So, do you drink the potion?
Yeah.
You don't feel any better.
Oh.
The octopus starts bouncing happily.
Oh, you little
Brain slugs. Told you. Brain slugs.
Look, I think you have a parasite now.
I mean, you don't all necessarily know this. Duck does. Duck does a lot.
Fair enough.
Feeling all right there, Duck?
Tendercleese, give me back that health now.
Just gonna need to make a little thing. A little
Charm, do you
note.
need any healing? I'm going to take one of my potions.
I'm gonna argue with this thing.
I'm
Cool.
gonna take a potion because I'm not feeling great.
I have a question.
Yeah.
If I were to reach over and just do like this on the octopus's head, does it release the tentacles?
It doesn't, but it's loving that.
Okay. Well, so much for that.
Okay. The hallway you all are moving down is very long, and it's slowly kind of getting smaller, but down to like a normal size because it was pretty large for the Cerberus to be in. So you're pretty confident that it's not going to follow you. As you do, the next room that you come into is beautiful. It's gilded in gold with gems everywhere. It's absolutely stunning. If this was... You feel like normally you would feel like this is opulent and gaudy, but right now it's just inspiring awe and peace. Strange. On the far wall, there is a book that is open on a little pedestal. It's about like 20 feet across.
Shall we? I'll point to the book.
We've made it this far.
As you enter the room and walk further in, once again you feel that swell within. The magic is getting harder to control. All wild magic surges are now rolled at 25%.
Heck yeah.
And everyone roll 100%. From you get some chaos and you get some chaos. Oh, Dax is going last. You know what, Duck? You go first.
Is it cool if I RP this out?
Oh, of course. Always.
As we're walking through, Tendercleese, having an argument with one-sided argument with this octopus. Tendercleese, that was my health. You just wasted Tarver's greater potion. I don't know why I'm talking in an accent now, but we're gonna have to talk about boundaries if you're going to be traveling with me. And in mid-sentence, traveling with, and then as mid-sentence, the Goliath, all 7 feet of them fall over asleep.
How long does that last?
There's no duration.
So this is Charm and Grace on either side, and just like, oh, he's going down.
I think we are trapped underneath this Goliath now.
Not necessarily. You could like slump out of the way. Okay.
Going to bail.
Grace?
As Grace sees Duck going down, Charm, I think Hizzle Fizzle Gizgar, for 1 minute whenever, oh, I'm sorry, I read that wrong. Whenever, for 1 minute, whenever others speak, you only hear gibberish. So I am speaking totally normally, but the rest of you, slower, faster, not French. What's French?
Charm.
I gain spider climb for 1 minute.
Nice. Tarver.
I regain all of my spent spell slots.
Nice, especially since you used an 8th level one on the Sorcerers, so that's dope. Nim.
So as I'm walking into this room and I'm walking towards this book, I'm sitting here and I'm muttering to myself. It's very incoherent, and suddenly you notice that this very pale sorcerer who is wearing all white and green suddenly looks like she swallowed a blueberry or something and is turning this vibrant shade of blue, and that is permanent unless somebody has removed curse. So I imagine it's me talking to myself, and all of a sudden, what in the God's name who did this? I don't know who did it. This is unacceptable. Do you see this?
It looks lovely.
I have no idea what you're saying.
Do you?
You do see that she's turned blue, though.
I look demonic. I've got my purple and blue don't go together, do they? Oh,
You look great.
You know, as a blue person, I'm a little bit offended,
you look fine, dear. But
but
this is
I can understand your distress.
you're a much nicer blue than I am, though. Like, look at this. I look like I've sat in a pot of dye.
It'll fade. Maybe.
I'm sure when we get out of here, we can find a wizard to fix that for you.
I'm now imagining that everybody is just talking like Smurfs. Just every other word is Smurf and Smurf.
Wah, wah, wah,
That's-
wah,
yeah,
wah,
that's
wah,
the
wah.
gibberish.
Smurf.
The peanuts gibberish?
Smurf and womp, Smurf.
All right. I would like to, if I may, though, seeing Duck topple over.
Sure.
Oh, well, this just won't do, will it? I'm gonna
Just
walk
to the
over.
stars.
Walk over, and I don't even have to walk over. Actually, looking at this spell, I would like to look at Duck and just say, "All right, stand up," and as I do so, cast Dispel Magic and see if anything happens.
It's non-magical.
No change to Duck, but the octopus bounces more.
25% surge. Is that what we're
Oh
on?
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Can Tarver walk over to Duck and just give him like a...
Sure,
like
you
on the
can.
cheek?
After we find out what just happened to Dax.
Dax is no longer on this plane of existence.
Oh no!
For how long?
Well, let's see. Okay, it is not a permanent effect, which is why I chose it, because I thought this would be much funnier than the other option.
Okay.
You are transported to the astral plane until the end of your next turn, after which time you return to the space you previously occupied or the nearest unoccupied space if that space has become occupied.
So Nim casts a spell, something happens to Duck, the octopus starts bouncing, and then she's gone.
Where did she go?
I don't know. Tarver's gonna pat Duck on the face.
You're gonna need to be a little bit more stern than that.
Well, I'm trying to start gentle.
Nim, you see this beautiful sea of stars. Wonderful colors of light blue and crystal, and purples, greens. It's unlike anything you've ever seen. And then you're back in the maze.
Nim, where did you go?
Glad you're back.
Are you alright?
I'm fine. That
I
was
still have no idea what you're saying.
Walk, 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 walk. No, walk, walk.
Duck. Go ahead and roll me a Constitution saving throw. We'll say, or Wisdom. Actually, roll a Wisdom ability test.
Okay. Survival, I guess. Survival's wisdom. 25.
All right. You wake up.
Oh, thank goodness. Right, well, while you're down there, don't move. And Tarver's gonna pull out their twin daggers and attempt to remove this octopus.
Are you trying to pry it, or are you stabbing it?
They're gonna start with prying.
Okay. You can't even get between the tentacles or its body and Duck's head.
Great, cool.
Duck's helmet.
Duck's helmet, sorry.
You have to use a gentle touch. Try lightly caressing it first. It works all the time.
No one removed my mask, right?
I tried that. It didn't work.
It
But
seems
perhaps I don't have
to like that. Now I'm.
You know, it does have only 8 appendages, and there are 4 of us. Minus Duck, of course. Everyone grab 2?
I
Alright.
guess.
Worth a try. I'll like reach forward with two little.
Okay. Everybody make strength test.
2 of them or just 1?
Just 1.
Oh, this is going to not be great. Oh, 15.
At
15.
2.
Tendercles does not move.
Right, so stabbing it is. I apologize in advance, Duck.
Just don't miss.
Yeah, I plan to not miss.
Okay, make your attack rolls.
God. Alright. It's gonna be a 24 and a 25 to hit.
Both hit, roll damage.
Cool. Find my D4.
Oh no.
Sometimes you gotta learn the hard way, I guess.
Oh no.
7.
Can I do something right as the stabs are going in?
Sure.
Okay. It worked on the dog. Can I try to banish Tendercles?
It's a 10 damage.
Okay, well, unfortunately,
Ow!
the banishment fails.
Yep.
The knives go straight into Tendercles. They don't touch you at all, Duck. You take the 10 damage, though. And I need you to roll on the surge table, Grace. 25%.
Yep.
This music is way too calm. We need silly.
I mean, if this music is just like, what's that song that's like the crazy running song? Oh god.
Go. What would you say the nearest creature to me is?
Probably Charm.
Yeah. I'm frightened of Charm. Till the end of my next turn.
You look
Accurate.
at your sister and you think of all of the hazing and things that have happened to you. It's normal between siblings. And just suddenly you remember that years ago you may have stolen a suitor from her. Now, she didn't know at the time, but you knew she'd be furious if she found out, and suddenly you think she knows.
I flee. Sorry, not sorry. And I bolt towards the book, I guess, because he's not running towards the dog. That's
Sure.
still a genuine source of fear.
You get to the
Where
book,
are you going?
No.
and then the fear wears off. And you realize, wait, there's no way she could know.
Are you okay?
Ask me that later.
Alright. one more option.
Nope. You know what?
No, I promise this one is not going to do damage.
Wait, what? Can I try something, please?
Can
Okay,
I
help
try
you.
something?
Sure.
I'm just gonna remove the helmet
Okay. You remove
and
the
set
helmet.
it on the ground.
Tendercleave seems to pass through the helmet and is stuck to your head.
Bruce Wayne, you've been Duck Fantastic this whole time?
The mask is still there. It's the helmet that comes off.
Oh, okay, fine. Never mind.
I'm going to try to cast suggestion.
Okay.
On Tendercleave.
Okay. Nothing happens. And I need you to roll on the search table at 25%.
I'm safe.
Okay. Oh,
I'm
good.
safe.
What is in the book? Go. Since
Okay.
I'm standing there.
So
This plot has very quickly turned into
I know, right?
it's fine. It's fine. I wrote this into the game. I was prepared for it. So in the book is written, add your true names, or for each of you, draw. Music isn't right anymore.
This book's really lame.
What does
I think
it
it's
say?
a guest book.
What does it say?
It says it wants our names, or we have to draw some cards, I guess.
I
A weird thing about cards, this whole maze.
I walk up to Grace.
Are you paying attention to what language it's written in? Since you can just read whatever.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. As you focus in on the language and whatnot, this is written in some kind of Sylvan. It's a strange kind of Sylvan.
Hmm. Mm-hmm. Ooh.
So, Goat, for the purposes of a spell, is Tendercleave a creature or an object?
Tendercleave is a creature.
So I cannot cast teleport and take just Tendercleave with me.
If it doesn't allow you to take a creature with you, then no.
I can take a willing creature.
I mean, you can try. I'll let you make a persuasion test.
Alright, Tarver's gonna start petting Tendercleave. She's like, hey there, I'm so sorry for trying to stab you. Can we be friends? I'm really not into squishy things. Oh god.
Roll persuasion.
Yep. Oof. That's a 7.
Okay. It's bouncing.
I'll be right back, guys. Gonna cast teleport and try and take Tendercleave with me.
Where are you teleporting to?
Probably just back to the tavern.
Okay. You arrive back in the tavern. Tendercleave is not there. Roll search. 25%.
The tavern's gonna blow up.
Oh god, I don't even know which one of these to pick. I'm gonna go with the one that won't save my ass for anything. I instantly learn a random language.
Neat. What language do you want to learn?
Let's learn Abyssal, because that would be useful.
Sure. Alright, you learn Abyssal.
So, Grace, they're asking for our names to put our names in the book.
Yes. Okay. Charm, do you remember when we did that spring break in the Feywild? And they
Yeah.
told us the one thing you don't do is you don't like take anything for like what it said. This is in one of those spicy languages. And what I'm worried is when they're asking for our names, they're going to take, it's like, oh, can I have your hand? And then they literally like take your hand either in marriage or they literally lop your hand off. It's always like a thing.
Hearing this, can I go up to the book and actually look at what Grace is talking about?
Sure. You see in a very strange dialect of Sylvan, leave your true name, or for each draw one.
Let's draw the cards. True names not an option. Telling you this right now.
Yeah, John, do you even remember our true names? Because I lost it 3 names.
I remember, and I don't want anyone to know.
Fair.
Okay. Mother wasn't kind naming us.
Oh, I remember yours now. Yeah, it's bad.
Tarver, what are you doing? Are you casting teleport to get back?
Can I cast teleport at 8th level? Because I don't see an option to upcast teleport.
So you can always cast a spell at a higher level than you have a slot for. It just doesn't gain any additional effects.
Alright, then... Because they're not familiar enough with the area, I don't think they are. I think they're just gonna say fuck it and cast Far Step and start yeeting themselves.
Okay. Roll Surge, though.
Yep.
'Cause-
Is it at 25%
Yep.
or...
No, it's still 25%.
Cool. Well, I'm safe.
Where did Tarver go?
So for the next minute, I can teleport 60 feet at a time, and then run, and then 60 feet, and then run, and then 60 feet.
Sure. Is that the surge you got, or did you get a surge?
I didn't search. I'm safe.
Okay, excellent. Okay. After a few bits, Tarver reappears. Because I'm not going to do a whole trying to get back to the thing. You just do. You all drawing cards?
Oh, welcome back. Where did you even go?
The tavern, I was trying to take Tendercliff with me. Turns out he's not willing, so... Let me catch my breath.
What time?
Did you decide what to do about getting out of this
Drawing
room?
cards.
Oh, great.
Okay.
You need
Who's drawing
water.
first?
I'm fine. Yeah, just let me give me a card.
Tarver takes the first
Just hand
card.
I hand over the decanter of endless water. If you're thirsty, I mean, we all kind of are, but you know what I mean.
Tarver. You pull a card, and it has this dastardly figure on it with like daggers and a hood. And suddenly you gain knowledge. Randomly pick a skill. If you're not proficient in it, you are now. And if you are proficient in it, you gain expertise in it. If you have expertise in it, let me know.
Okay, cool. Sure. A random skill?
Yes, a randomly determined skill.
God, how do I
Worst
pick?
skills?
I would just get a random number generator and click it.
Yeah. How many skills even are there?
Several? I haven't looked. I probably should have for that card.
18.
18. So,
Ooh.
1 to
Okay,
18.
Okay, cool. I'm now proficient in survival.
Nice. Your far-stepping trip through the wilds has made you wiser.
Evidently.
Nah, who's drawing next?
I'll draw.
Oh.
Oh no.
You draw the card, and it is this Medusa-looking face. And as you make eye contact with it, the eyes flare. You have a -2 penalty on all saving throws. And instead of surging at 25%, you now surge at 50%.
Oh.
Only a god or the magic of the fate card can end this curse.
Okay, I have to ask just for my curiosity. Is it just -2 whatever her modifier would be for that save, or is everything just -2?
It's a penalty. It doesn't become that.
Okay.
So yeah, -2
Okay.
to your saves right now.
I was about to feel really sorry for you, Kayla. Not that that's good,
Oh,
but
God,
still.
that would have been so much worse. Who's next?
I will be. You know, sister, you did date that god once. Maybe you want to give them a call.
It
I'll draw.
didn't end on good terms.
That's what you get for dating a war god. That's all. Anyway,
you pull your
it's fine.
card, and there is a gallant figure on the front. Long lilac horns, just like you. And you remember that suit of armor you left earlier?
Mm-hmm.
You hear clang, 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 as this beautiful knight in that armor appears. Your Grace,
Dibs.
I'm sworn to your.
no.
I'm sworn to your service.
Hell yes. Yes, you are. Your grace is also perfect, by the way.
Yeah. This is also a tiefling. Who's next?
I'll go. I have a quick question. The other card is done by now because it only lasted a minute,
Sure.
I'm guessing?
Yeah.
Okay, alright. I'm just trying to keep track of what all get out is going on with me. Okay.
You also pull the card with the dastardly figure on it. So randomly determine a skill and you gain proficiency. If you already have proficiency, you gain expertise.
Okay. Go ahead and pull a card. I'm gonna
Who's next?
do my number.
That would be me. Duck fantastic. Chef to the stars. Oh no.
Switch your thing to 100% and roll surge.
Yes.
Not as bad as it could have been, but
Oh. You teleport up to 60 feet to an unoccupied space of your choice that you can see.
huh. Okay. You teleport 60 feet.
Oh.
Tentacles is still on your head.
That was inconvenient.
Okay. As the last card is pulled and returns to the deck, the wall to your right just sort of spins and then disappears. It is a downward spiraling staircase that you reveal as you walk into the door.
By the way, I'm proficient in animal handling now.
Nice.
Brains before beauty. Grace, you go first.
Okay, yes, there was a compliment. Yes.
I can be nice sometimes.
Yes. Yes. Definitely not terrified of you all the way anymore. Alright, stairs. Actually, sorry, what's your name, new handsome friend?
They call me Justice.
Nice. Okay.
And you can call me later.
Charm, you used to shop at Justice when you were little, didn't you? 300 ears pierced. Justice, if you wouldn't mind leading the way.
Aw, you're terrible. Of course, my grace. And begins marching downstairs. Oh! Justice actually needs to draw a card before that door opens, because it's another person. So, Justice draws a card. Oh, please get the knight again. That'd be so funny. Ooh, we haven't gotten this one yet.
Just continuously generating knights.
The sword and the shield and the helmet that Justice had turned to dust.
Well, that makes my job easier.
So is there a head under the suit of armor?
Yep. It's this beautiful tiefling.
Their clothes are just like fading away.
No, just the sword, the shield, and the helmet.
Okay.
Dust. We've switched around now. That's super
I'm back.
fun.
I wonder what happened.
That should fix it. Yo, cool. Alright. Zoom's new feature. Gotta love it. Okay. My grace, I'm sorry. I am now woefully underprepared to defend you.
No, hey, it's all good, bud. It's all good. Hey, you look great, first thing. And he'll kind of dig through his. I have a couple of things. I'm like, here's a crossbow, I guess, and a dagger.
You've done too much kindness. And they take
Yeah, I know.
the crossbow and the dagger.
By the way, this is my sister Charm. She's single.
Hello.
Bow.
Of course, Your Grace.
Can we keep him?
Them,
away.
actually? Ooh.
Can we keep them?
I am here to serve Grace.
That's a hell yes. Justice, go ahead and lead the way.
Alright. Down the stairs, Justice goes. And they reach another doorway. And they can't seem to pass through it. Something strange is afoot. Now that you speak Abyssal, Tarver, and Grace, since you comprehend language is still on, you all see, written on the top, Kappa, just gonna...
I'm back.
Alright,
I'm back.
fine.
He's just teleporting.
That surge isn't done yet. It says, give the greatest power of yourself, or for each, draw to your content.
Right, so more sacrifices. I hate that.
I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing.
Is it another instance where we only have to give up one, or do all of us have to give it up?
Well, it's his greatest power of yourself.
Grace, of all the things in my life, or sorry, Charm, of all the things in my life, you are the most powerful thing. So, run at the door, I guess.
No.
Backhand compliment.
Find something
Compliment.
else. I understand, but I'm not running out of door.
It's a doorway. It's not a closed door.
Hey, Grace.
I don't trust it.
Surge for me.
Yep.
I would like to renounce Tendercleese.
There's no plants nearby, I'm going to assume.
Nope, no one's a potted plant right now.
Yep. Each creature within 30 feet of you becomes invisible for the next minute. The invisibility ends on a creature when it attacks or casts a spell.
So all of you are invisible. You all suddenly vanish.
But where did everyone go?
Where did you go?
What's happened?
I don't know.
Is Grace invisible?
Grace, what did
I
you
don't know. Maybe.
Everyone
It
is invisible.
It says each creature within 30 feet of you. It doesn't say that I am.
Oh,
but it
okay.
is.
Grace is still visible.
I had this coming.
All your friends
They-
abandoned you.
We're right here, Grace. Tarver's gonna put a hand on Grace's shoulder, like, right here. So, if it's requiring the greatest of our powers, does that perhaps mean our most powerful magic item
Or spell
or spell?
of ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Is there like a pedestal or anything?
Nope.
No.
It's just an open doorway that Justice is like pushing against, but they can't seem to pass through it.
Can Tarver walk through it?
Nope. You like run into something.
I have an
You
idea.
wanted me to run into that.
Which you don't, no one sees since Tarver is invisible.
Yes, Duck?
Everyone will see the deck of cards appear on the floor, and Duck will try to walk through.
Bang!
Ah, I guess that did not work.
Also, Grace, I need you to surge.
Oh,
The chat is enjoying this.
All right. I got the invisibility thing again. You cast Detect Thoughts on the nearest creature.
I'll let you decide what the nearest creature to you is.
It's probably Justice.
I mean, you all have moved around quite a bit. You had Justice go ahead of you.
Okay. Actually, it's probably Tarver, because Tarver put their hand on his
Well,
shoulder.
no, Tarver walked ahead
and
since
then
then.
And
tried
Tarver
to
walked
walk
ahead.
through.
I'm losing track of everyone, because they're all fucking invisible. I don't know.
I-
Anybody want their thoughts detected? Go and raise your hand.
I was gonna say it's probably me and Charm because Duck also walked forward, so
There you
we're
go,
the
okay.
only two options. So roll a d20.
I really wanted it to be Tendercleese.
Sure. What is Tendercleese thinking, Goat?
I'm gonna let that happen because I think it's great. More magic, more magic, more magic, more magic, more magic, more magic, more magic. It's all that's going through Tendercleese's head.
Even when you try to delve deeper, it's just louder.
When you push deeper, we'll say, it's gotta get big and strong, gotta get big and strong, need more magic, big and strong, more magic.
Duck, I don't know where you are, but you do have a parasite, and as a chef, I don't think you should be preparing food.
Well, hopefully we'll sort something out, Tendercleese.
How about we try this then? Because we're not sure if it's going to be our most powerful items or if it's spells, so... Alright, God, I'm going to hate this. I am going to reach into my bag,
Mm-hmm.
and I am going to pull out a small little pocket mirror and set it on the ground.
Okay.
It's actually a magical mirror, so...
Okay.
Glad somebody took that.
What do you do now?
I'm gonna try and go towards the door.
Thunk.
Alright, I'm gonna go pick up my mirror and put it back in my bag.
There.
I potentially have something. So it's a door frame essentially, right? That we're trying to pass through.
You are. Charm, go ahead and search for me.
I'm not gonna do the first one because I don't want another brown bear, but you cast confusion centered on yourself.
Oh no.
Let's see. Confusion. All creatures within 10 feet need to make a wisdom saving throw. Duck, you need to make it twice.
And Charm has the -2.
I love wisdom saving
Yeah.
throws.
It's centered on you. You're still in the zone of effect, unfortunately.
What's the save? 18?
Yeah, what's your spell DC, Charm?
Spell DC is 17.
Okay.
17?
Alright, so Charm, what'd you roll?
I rolled in dirty 18.
Okay. Tarver.
19.
Nim.
Dirty 20.
Grace.
9?
So you do you do have your Tides of Chaos, which lets you re-roll a saving throw.
Actually, I also have Lucky, because
Oh, okay.
Grace gets Lucky. Yeah, I should actually be using that. Hell. Okay, yeah, that was an 18.
Cool. Duck.
19 and 9.
Excellent. So you're well.
Yeah.
Would you like to use your Tides of Chaos?
Yeah, sure. I'll use a Tides of Chaos.
Cool.
Okay, that is 18.
Okay, cool. Now I need you all to roll the search
Yep.
table because chat decided this wasn't silly enough yet.
Oh, okay. So
Are we
wait,
still
am I
at
rolling?
25%?
No, this is chat search, so it's at 100.
100, okay.
Y'all just like at this door, just pulsing out wild magic. Love it. Charm, you're going first.
The next time you speak, you breathe a 15-foot cone of fire. Any creatures in range must succeed on a dexterity saving throw based on your spell save DC. On a success, they take no damage. On failure, they take 2d10 or
Okay.
2d8.
All right, keep that in mind. Tarver.
You cast silence centered on you.
Okay. Nim.
Goat, I need you to roll me a d4, please.
1.
Alright. So I had two really weird table options, and so the odds were going to be the top, and the bottom was going to be the even. So for the next minute, I have to roll on the surge table at the start of each of my turns, ignoring the result on subsequent rolls.
Cool.
So how do you want to do this since we're not actually in combat and I'm not actually taking turns? Like, do you want me to just...
10 rolls.
Yeah, you're gonna do 10 rolls. I'm gonna set up a minute timer, and every 6 seconds, I'm just gonna tell you to hit the button.
Okay, that's
So
fair.
just keep track of what you're getting, I guess, because this is gonna go quick. But this is at the 25%. I'll start at the end of all these. Grace.
So, just as silence is about to be cast, essentially, Grace starts to feel this rising in his throat. And he's going to vomit 135 gold coins.
I love it. Duck.
Just silently vomiting 135 gold coins onto the floor.
Duck.
Nobody look at me.
You cast speak with animals on yourself. For the next 24 hours, you can only speak with animals.
Well, you could speak to Tender, please. Magic, more, magic, gotta get power,
But
more
it's
power.
also
gotta get bang, gotta get
silence.
bang.
But it's silent.
That's true. It's true. So you don't even know that that's your effect yet. Okay. So, what are you all doing now? Dax, roll on the table.
Like vomit coins.
I'm safe for the first one. I preemptively rolled that one.
Okay. Dax, roll on the table.
Safe.
Dax,
We
roll on the
can't
table.
see each other.
So hold on. I'm
I summon a
confused,
knight
aren't I?
that follows my commands and acts on its own initiative turn. The knight exists for 1 minute.
Wonderful. Dax, roll on the table.
Spell your... Oh, no, that won't work because it didn't actually catch. One random creature within 30 feet gains a random template for the next 24 hours.
There's 6 of you in range. Grace, you are for the next 24 hours.
Now, how does this work since I'm supposed to ignore the surge from the...
What do you mean?
How does... So the thing was, like, for the next minute, I have to roll the turn,
Yeah.
the surge table on each of my turns, and then it says you ignore on subsequent rolls.
So if that option pops back up,
Oh, okay.
you don't perpetually get stuck in a minute of surging, is what that's
Okay.
supposed to mean.
That's good.
Grace, you take on a bit more of your namesake. Become a little different as you become celestial for the next 24 hours. Dax, roll on the table.
Safe.
Go real quick. Two things. Isn't Grace confused right now?
Dax, roll on the
In
table.
what way?
And no, you're not.
No? Okay. Was Justice confused?
No, no one ended up being confused.
Okay.
But most
say
of us,
roll?
except for Grace,
did.
are invisible.
Okay, I'm a potted plant.
You come back and then roll on
I'm
the
an
table.
orchid. I'm now an orchid.
You're back
Safe.
to being a person, back on the table. Okay, we got 2 more. That was 18 seconds, so... Roll on the table.
Safe.
Last one. Go ahead and roll on the table.
I can take one additional action immediately.
Okay, so what would you like to do right now?
We're in a room. I am so confused. We're in a room where we have to give up our greatest power, right?
Yep. And you're also silenced and invisible.
So much is happening.
Did anyone have any effects that lasted a minute? Because those just ended.
Maybe.
How long does
well,
the
my night is
invisibility
gone.
last?
Yeah, I don't remember. I think it's a minute.
You can look in the history. That should tell you. Whoever
Yeah.
got the invisibility thing.
Can I just cast like Eldritch Blast somewhere away from my party? Like seeing if casting a spell is getting us out of this room?
Sure.
Right.
Yeah, invisibility is a spell, or until the invisible entity attacks or casts a spell.
Okay, well, Nim is now visible,
Yay.
and you walk into the wall, and it's still a wall.
Okay, so that was a lot that just happened.
Silence is still here.
So Duck put down the cards, right?
Yes.
Tarver's gonna walk over and pick up one of the cards.
It says, draw to your content. What do you think is going to make you happy?
One, to be able to go through the door.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Just a little honesty. That's all I'm asking. Smoke comes out from this skull card. Any damage you deal heals, and any healing you deal damages. You, however, do you try to walk through the doorway?
No, I've just realized Tarver's not going to be satisfied until they pull enough cards that they can find a way to get rid of Tentacles.
Oh. Well,
Yeah.
the deck has 22 cards in it, so name a number.
Let's start pulling 5 more.
Okay. You now take a negative 2 penalty to all your saving throws, and your surge goes up to 50%. For the next minute, if you do not surge when you cast a spell, a 3rd level fireball occurs centered on the target of your spell.
I mean, that's good though, right?
It could be.
It's a buffing spell.
You are granted the ability to cast Wish 2 times.
Oh,
Cool.
We gotta pull the next 2 though.
That would get rid of Tentacles.
Okay,
Tarver, are you content?
a rare magic weapon's about to pull out in your hand. No, you said 5. You gotta pull 5.
Yep.
So a rare magic weapon shows up in your hand. I'll figure that out in a second. And you gain another random skill proficiency. If you're already proficient, you gain expertise.
Okay.
So I'll go figure out what that magic weapon is, and you have 2 wishes.
I wish that Tendercleaves would go away. Into the silence spell.
Wish for the chaos, human.
The magic swirls, and Tendercleaves is filled and falls off of Duck's head. As it lands on the ground, it grows to a medium-sized octopus.
it's silent. Can't say it.
It has realized that, and it is disappointed. And all in your mind, you can hear, "Hi!
I'll return back. Hi!
I'm Tendercleaves, I guess.
I suppose you are.
Oh no.
Y'all were nice to me, so I'm nice to you.
Oh, that's lovely.
That was a whole lot of magic."
Yes, it was. What are you doing here?
Oh,
You don't know?
I'm gonna be nice. Oh, wow, you are messed up. Hang on, and it hits you with a tentacle duck.
Oh,
And you heal. Really happy this happened. 17, 23, 29, 38 points of health. Come back.
Oh, sweet. I was at 4.
Oh, shit. All right. So what are we doing? Where are we going?
Can we hear each other?
No,
Or
you can
just-
only hear Tendercleese.
So,
Okay.
which means my responses to Tendercleese, you guys can't hear because I'm doing it telepathically.
Yeah.
Well, you can't hear them anyway since it's a silent spell.
So,
Wait, does silence work with telepathic communication?
It does not.
Okay, all right,
But they like you even if you spoke out loud, it wouldn't matter.
fair.
Tarver, do you try to walk through the door now?
Yeah.
You walk through the door.
Tarver's gonna get to the other side and just like sit down, like, oh fuck.
What do the rest of you do?
I'll take a card.
One will satisfy you. At any time you choose within the next year, you can ask a question in meditation, and you will receive a truthful answer.
Ooh.
Besides
I am
information, the
satisfied.
answer helps you solve a puzzle or other dilemma. This card is a very wise-looking individual.
Wait, what magic weapon did I get?
Oh, right. Jeez, I'm still sorry. I was distracted by role-playing Tendercleese.
I don't know. If the octopus sparks joy, then by all means.
If it sparks joy.
Has it been 10 minutes?
We'll say it has. I
We
think
can
that
hear
means
each other.
silence is done.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, if not, Charm and Grace do have another language proficiency, which isn't listed in its body language, so they would be able to converse that way.
Damn it. So, what are y'all doing?
Well, you can pull a card to your heart's content, or you can keep trying to understand the riddle.
I'm going to try to. It's a riddle, whatever. Grace will go up to the door frame and place his hand on either side, facing away from everyone, and will cast at his highest spell slot, his one and only. He will cast Burning Hands on the door frame, trying to at least channel it towards nothing.
Okay. You
So
cast the
yeah,
spell.
8th level spell.
Okay. Do you try to go through the door?
Yeah, you will try to move through the door.
You successfully move through?
Am I able to walk through?
Oh, yes, you can, if you'd like.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yep.
Can Justice get through the door?
No.
Justice, do you have any spells?
No, Your Grace. I'm a simple knight.
I try to say, well, Justice, grab a card, but it doesn't work. I can't say anything to non-animals.
Huh. I didn't know you
It's just-
spoke Aquan. That's cool. You all hear Tendercleese speaking out loud, but it's like...
Tendercleese, explain yourself.
Hi, you named me Tendercleese, so that's my name. I'm here. You gave me lots of cool magic. That dog gave me lots of bad magic. I'm upset about it, but that wasn't you, so I'm not blaming you. You did try to stab me a couple times, but I'm past that.
I apologize. We were a little bit worried about Duck's well-being.
Here, and heals you again for another 38.
Oh my god.
Takes me a second to be able to do that every now and again.
All right, Tendercleese. This is going to be a very beneficial partnership. Do you like cooking?
What's that?
Food.
Oh, I like to eat.
All right. That's all I need. I will grab one card.
Okay.
Seeing that be successful, I will grab one card, content with that, and walk through once the effect happens.
A bag falls at your feet as you pull a card that has a beautiful gemstone on it.
Tender Cleese, we have seed money. I will open the bag.
There are 50 different kinds of gems in it. Or 50 gems of varying
Vomit that
kinds.
up.
I will carry this bag, walk through the door. Onward, Tender Cleese.
Charm pulls 2 cards. Because she always works in pairs.
I need you to roll your 50% surge twice.
Charm, you never want to do things alone. We'll go back through the door and take the other card from her.
Okay, well,
So-
still.
Roll a d10. Your height changes by the number in inches equal to the roll. If the roll is odd, you shrink. If the roll is even, you grow. Oh, I am 8 inches taller.
Nice.
I am now taller than Grace. And you are frightened by the nearest creature until the end of your next turn.
Oof. Well, you're scared of Grace, since Grace was walking towards you. Grace, you do manage to get the card, though. And I'm sending you what happened as you pull a card that has a beautiful emblazoned key on it. You're no longer afraid. And this... Oh, wait, nope, because I'm silly. Sorry, not that.
Oh, that's horribly inappropriate. No.
This falls into your... Hang on. Sorry. A staff falls into your hand. I'm going to send it to you in just a second when this isn't being silly.
Justice, would you mind fetching my sister? She seems to have lost sense of herself for a moment.
Yes, Your Grace.
Just gentle, please.
Okay. Charm, you can now walk through the door. And you are all through the doorway.
As Justice tries to take me through to the door, I don't know. And 15 feet of fire comes spewing out of my mouth.
Oh. What's the save? That's your spell DC. Yeah.
It's 17.
She takes the damage. They take the damage. Sorry.
Half damage because you did establish that you were a tiefling.
Ah,
Yeah.
that's true. That is true.
So
They are tiefling.
the total 9 divided by 2, so 4.
Okay. Ah! Yeah. And then she walks into the wall or they walk into the wall because they can't pass through.
Justice, go ahead. Do you have anything powerful you want to give up, or do you just want to draw a card?
I have no spells, and all of my magic items turn to dust.
Draw a card. Let's see how this goes.
I assume someone walks back through and hands Justice a card. Okay. Oh, okay, neat. A really cool helmet appears on their head. I'm gonna figure out what that is, but yeah. And they
It's
walk through.
another propeller helm.
They walk through the door. I'm gonna figure it out.
And I will hand Justice the weapon that I was gifted as well. Since all of your magic items went away, and I need you to protect my sister and I and everything like that, this could come in handy.
Wonderful. Oh, interesting. I seem to know precisely where you are, Your Grace, without looking at you. Strange, very strange.
Yeah, but still look at me, because I mean that's half the fun.
Of course. Do you all continue on down the hallway?
Feel that we are close. Tendercleese, please hold the deck of cards.
You walk down the hallway. And it's calm and quiet. Not like eerie quiet. There's some whatever background noise, but it's nice. You enter into a room. It's very plain. It's very simple. Seems to be made of like strong wood. And an old man is sitting in a rocking chair. Just going back and forth. Well, you made it. You're the first ones to make it in quite some time.
What's the opposite of dibs?
Oh, don't be like that. Pretty sure you two couldn't handle me anyway.
Excuse me.
I've got
Never
a
mind,
lot
Gibbs.
more hours on you, young charm. I'm impressed. An artist is really the only ones that make it down here. It's very rare that someone who doesn't draw makes it down. Anyway,
Art-
what can I
artist?
happen? What can I do you for?
Maze Dweller, we require you to tell us where the Chaos Human is and where the exit is.
Oh, Chaos Cube. That's what you're looking for. Well, and reaches down and magic appears in their hand. You recognize it. You recognize it as something Tarver had just done not too long ago. And hands you a small little spice shaker. That'll last you a long time.
We've done it.
And the exit's right there.
Now, wait a minute. This all can't be just because of a spice. It just can't.
It's what you asked for.
What's what that one asked for? To be specific.
Maybe you should have asked
Good
quicker.
point.
So I'm to understand that it's one per group. Not that I'm complaining.
You could always draw for more.
I'm complaining a little.
We chose poorly.
I mean, I still have a wish spell, so I'm actually good.
Yeah, fancy. For the rest
The
of you,
restaurant is saved.
do you all stay and continue talking with this old individual?
Honestly, Charm, we got justice out of this. It could be worse.
You
Right.
also got free drinks for a month when Duck opens his restaurant.
If
Oh, I got a free meal too. You know, I'm happy with the night fellow.
All right, well then, the exit's there. Come back if you ever want. It will be a little different.
I
Oh,
don't.
I'm also going to need my deck of cards.
So, just to be clear, we could have not. Draw was a. God damn it.
I thought I made the instructions very clear.
Yeah, no, you did. He'll pull out a piece of parchment and a quill and just draw something very quick and fold it and hand it to him and just walk out.
Oh, nice. And some magic affects you as you walk out. And that's where we're going to end.
What's the magic code? Don't you want to know what he drew? There's questions left unanswered.
Thank you, everyone, for tuning
It's a middle
in.
finger, but the middle finger is also a dick.
Your fingers on your hands become dicks. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. This was very silly and a lot of
Oh
fun.
my god.
I want to thank my wonderful cast. They'll introduce themselves momentarily. A few other thanks real quick. Thanks to Derek especially for helping me make the Wild Surge table list. Thank you to our friend Morgan who made the fun little app we're using that made this a lot faster. Thank you to Mare for the beginning suggestion. And thanks to Eva who made our beautiful overlay. This has been a lot of fun. Who wants to start us off? Derek, go.
Hey, it's me.
Oh,
Hi, everybody. I'm Derek Sword. If you want to find me anywhere, the best place is Twitter, dsword16. You can find all of my projects there, which include some of the following. Tomorrow morning at 11:30 a.m. Eastern is the finale of Azran. We'll have new intros / outros. the second half will be a fourth watch, so if you do have questions about Asmrin, you can submit them on the Overraid Discord. And yeah, the first half is going to essentially be an epilogue. We kind of already know what happened to my very sad, very dead wizard, Tarian, who's now trapped in the Hells. Hey, thanks, Fate Chosen, for that spoiler. You can also find me most Fridays on Graham Cracker's channel for the Goldshine Investigation Agency, where I play a swampy bugbear named Griaz. And I am also the co-host of the podcast Monster Crush. So if you enjoy smooching monsters, like I attempted in this game a couple of times, you can find that wherever podcasts are found. And my co-host Heavenly and I talk about different monsters and cryptids and paranormal entities and whether they be good on a date and whether they be good to smooch. So that's all for me.
Favorite moment?
Do you want to do favorite moments? Hi, buddy. My dog's here. So many good moments. My favorite moment was I gotta throw it to Finn for having just some of the best one-liners in this one. Honestly, top notch, very impressive. I gotta throw that. Charlie doesn't have a baby, Mitch.
And on that note, Finn, you're up.
Oh, hi, that's me. I'm Finn. You can find me most places online at the Fishboy or fishboy.cause. I don't really have a lot of projects I'm working on right now, but I'm hoping to work on some projects soon, so stay tuned.
Kayla.
It's me. You can find me every other Tuesday on Craftic Studios Twitch channel for our D&D 5e campaign, Saving Face. I play our half-elf paladin Diana, who may or may not be shady. You can find me on my own Twitch channel, where I paint every other Thursday with my lovely friend Liz, and every Saturday morning, on my own channel painting early Rise and Shine shenanigans.
Not tomorrow, though. It's a day of rest.
Not tomorrow, because I'm tired. It's been a long week. I have had everything every single night. Favorite moment was probably just Olive Duck. Olive Duck is hard. Yes.
Finn, what was your favorite moment?
Gosh, I think I'm gonna have to pick Tendercleaves becoming a whole octopus and being able to talk to us. God, that was great.
I'll go next. Hi, I'm Dax. You can find me on Twitter at GM_Dax. I am the GM and producer of a podcast, a Genesis RPG actual play podcast called Roads Uncharted, which Kappa, who is down here on my Zoom call, I have no idea where he is on the overlay, is part of that. You can meet his character next Friday. That's a riot. My players are great. Season 2 is releasing new content. That's pretty much all I'm up to. My favorite moment, there really were so many good moments, but I really loved the fact that Tarver right off the bat was like, I have to protect the plant. I'm going to hover over the plant so nothing happens to it right when we first started the game. Just warmed the cockles of my heart.
And Kappa.
Hello, my name is Kappa. I also go by Christian. You might also know me as Christian. You can find me on Twitter at @TheKappaChris, where I nerd out about a lot of things. But I will be nerding out about Tendercleaves for the foreseeable future. I'm on a few different projects. Saturdays on this channel at 5:30 p.m. Pacific, starting February 6th, is Season 2 of Numenera Remnants. That's going to be a lot of fun going back to where I play Verve, shady character. Sundays, you can catch me also on this channel for Death's Keepers, where I play Echo, Tiefling. Wednesdays, you can catch me on Kevin Kudo's Twitch channel, where we play D&D, but skinned in the Star Wars universe, taking place during the Clone Wars. And as Dax had mentioned, I am going to be part of Roads Uncharted Season 2. My character reveal is at the end of this month, so look forward to that, and new content to be released soon. We're really excited to have it released.
Favorite moment?
Oh, favorite moment. Grace and Charm's banter.
Okay. And hi, I'm Goat. You can find me on Twitter at SwayingGoat and pretty much everywhere else at SwayingGoat. Join our Discord. A lot of fun things happen there. Games like this get inspired there, and we run a bunch of silly stuff. You can find the channel on Twitter at Open4Adventure. Sorry. It's a real cool place. Like a lot of our stream announcements are there, stuff we're doing. So go follow us there as well. You can find me here again on the 5th, doing the last one of these. Orchard in Peril, I believe is what it's going to be called. With a lovely fine cast that will be announced soon. You can find me somewhere else coming up. I don't think it's been announced. So I'm going to be somewhere doing something. It's going to be fun. Yeah. My favorite moment was probably y'all spending like 10 minutes outside that door just like surging and attacking Tendricles. It was just perfect. I loved it. Okay. And lastly, but not leastly, we have our warm fuzzies, and I have the list. So, let's give it up for the original Belle Chavez.
Belle Chavez.
We got Christina.
Christina.
We got Deborah.
Deborah.
We got L Street Gaming.
L Street
Gaming.
We got Rico.
No.
We got Sev.
Mr. Sev, what?
I thought that was like an error for a second. And Strix.
The new one.
Yay.
Thank you to our warm fuzzy patrons. You help us do a lot of cool stuff. Thank you for coming out tonight. We appreciate it. Don't forget to love each other. Have a wonderful evening. Good night.